Welcome to the podcast Turnabout Breakdown. We're in it.
Hell yeah.
We're in it. It's happening.
We're in it.
It's gay
What
lawyers.
is-
You know
Tell
what the
us
drill is by this point,
What is
people.
Turnabout Breakdown?
It's
This is
gay
someone's
lawyers,
first
Hera.
episode.
This is someone's first episode. If you've ever heard of the video game series Ace Attorney, you know that there are genuine homosexuals hidden deep within its resources. And we are here to excavate them with implements the likes of which you've never seen. Like dentistry equipment.
Oh.
I'm going in there
Awful.
with one of those mannequins that uses human teeth.
No. You're in there alone then. I'm out.
Okay,
weird
so
energy.
this is the homophobia episode. Let's go.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who am I? I'm Ro.
Hi, Ro.
Hi, bro.
Hello, Ro.
Hi.
Who
Wanna say anything
are the
else?
rest of us?
I don't know anymore. It's been so long.
You're my friends. Hi, I'm
my
Ro,
name's
and these are my
Devon.
friends.
Oh, God. Fucking damn it. Hi, I am Ro's friend. My name is Devon. You can find me online at algae_dust. I never post anything new, but if you want to see old things, sure, go ahead. I'm also joined by more of Ro's friends, who I also consider to be my friends. One of you can introduce yourself now.
Hi. This is like we just locked eyes like virtually. It was like the showdown at the end of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Hi, I'm Harry. You can find me online at Harry Camara, if you please.
Hi, I'm Jay Costello. You can find me online at JM Costello. Maybe doing things. I'm so out of the loop of what I'm doing at the moment.
You've got stuff coming up.
Did anyone want to recommend anything? That was a
Oh,
nice
yeah, we
thing
do that.
I like that we do.
I did make a bunch of notes because I was traveling for 2 weeks with no internet, so I read so many books. And many of them were really good, so I wrote myself a little... This is how I keep notes to myself. It's kind of fucked, especially given I'm a professional writer, but I wrote myself a draft email, and that's where I keep all of my little notes to myself.
No, this rules, actually.
This is great.
I've just opened my email. There are 201 drafts in here.
Oh my.
Might need to do some housekeeping.
No, they're all... Then I can go back and look at all my old notes, and nothing will
okay.
be bad about it. Here are 4 of the books that I read that I made a note about. Number 1, Exit West, the best story about 2 people falling out of love I've ever read.
Oh.
Coming in strong. Number 2, Pope Joan, what if you, brackets in the 8th century, close brackets, disguised yourself as a man so well, you became, you guessed it, the Pope. Number 3, A Canticle for Leibowitz, one of my favorite short stories I've ever read, followed by the other 2/3 of the book, which exist. I wrote that one when I was only 2/3 of the way through the book, because I knew the last third was not going to be that good. It's definitely better than the second third, but just read the first one. I think it's fine. And then number 3, Creation Lake. Oh, she sucks so bad, I fucking love her. And those are my book recommendations for you.
I love that.
We love girls who suck.
We love girls who suck.
It's so true. Go on. I have recommendations, which is that this is a bit okay. Well, you'll see what I mean. Like, you get to treat yourself every single day, and I don't care what that is, but I have some suggestions if you're struggling, which is after you have a shower, just get whatever moisturizer is really nice and just put loads of moisturizer on, sit in your towel and just lie and do nothing for like 30 minutes. That's really good. You can also exfoliate your face and feel all smooth. That's really nice. You can have a hot chocolate. It's happening. We're in that season. That's a nice thing you can do for yourself. If you can, go to a sauna. Everyone should go to a sauna. If it's comfortable and okay for you, obviously. The big asterisks there, but saunas are great. And what else is nice?
That's it. Those are the 4
I don't
nice
know.
things.
I'm feeling very much like that bit in Twin Peaks where Cooper's just like, you've got to get yourself a little treat every single day. Don't plan it. Don't prepare for it. Just let it happen. And after having just dealing with emotions a lot recently, just really appreciating you get to be really decadent with yourself And like, fuck yeah, let's all just lean into that a little bit. Doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't need to be fancy. You can just have a nice time. So that's what I recommend.
I would like to issue an apology for not saying something beautiful and true and instead saying something ironic, because I'm trying to stop doing that all the time.
Here's the thing, Jay. It's very funny.
It is really good. Please, like, you can do both.
You can do both.
We're here for both.
We're here for both.
We're here for both.
Well, now that you've given me an adequate runway to think about what I would recommend, I definitely did use to do that instead of just listening to what you were saying. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes talking about my process in a way that sounds like it's stalling, but it's definitely not, because I've absolutely thought about what I was going to say. I mean, here's something. I've been watching some of the TV show Fargo with some friends lately, some of which are in this recording.
Hi.
And I truly love that show. It's my favorite TV show.
So fucking good.
Wait,
It's
can I
so
say a
fucking
second
good.
thing?
Please.
I did fucking make it to the top of the peak thanks to my two very good friends.
Yeah!
Which I genuinely didn't think was gonna happen. And we talked about that recording. So I want it on record that I fucking made it.
I'm so
We
happy
peaked.
for you.
And you did it twice.
Not only twice in
I
a
did
row.
do it twice. In a row.
Holy shit.
I No, I'm not gonna say something ironic about that. It's true. I did it twice in a row.
You did it twice
Oh,
in a row,
I'm
and
so
for
happy
the
for
first time
you.
you did it, you did not die at all. None of us
true.
did. We did a
None of
really
us
good
did.
job. We are good at climbing Big Mountain.
I'm so happy for you. Ugh, I'm thrilled. Hera, you were saying some stuff about Fargo.
I like it a lot. It's got good characters. We've been watching season 3 specifically. I've only seen the first 3 seasons. I know there's 5 right now, and I like season 3 a lot. It's one of my favorites. Definitely top 3 out of the 3 that I've seen.
I had a really funny moment the other day where, like, I saw one of my managers at work, like, in a charity shop where I live, and she saw me and just immediately went, I'm just about to get the train to work, and it was just such that moment of, like, I've been here since 6 o'clock. It was so funny to me. And I'll never stop thinking about that scene.
I'm trying to get better at saying good things about things. I think Mary Elizabeth Winstead is fantastic in it. It's good. It's funny and it's clever and horrible.
And beautiful. And the soundtrack is great. Sorry, you're meant to be saying nice things. I'm just
No, please. It's good. Do we have anything else to recommend?
It's Roaston.
Oh.
The last 2 times we've hung out, you've been late and or distracted because of the video game that you're playing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It seems like...
It sucks.
Not what I was gonna say. Shut up. It seems like a really bad idea to recommend to an audience of people something that makes time disappear like it's been siphoned by an evil vampire.
And here we are playing Ace Attorney.
It flows through your hands like so many grains of sand, and I'm just making that sand disappear into thin air, as if the
That's
time
all
was
video
never there
games.
to begin with. I've been playing the video game Silk Song. As of today, it's been out for 5 days. Wait, no. 5
Or
days?
more or less.
More or less.
6 days.
6 days. Technically 5 for me, because it would have come out very late on the first day. And I've put in over
out 3
50
p.m.
hours into it.
Wow.
That game has made my days disappear, and I love it. I love it dearly. I hate it sometimes too, because it's very, very hard. But it's a really, really good video game, and I would honestly recommend, if you do not find yourself good enough at the game itself to get through it, people have gone out of their way to download a bunch of mods to make you invincible. So just download one of the mods that makes you invincible and just enjoy exploring the world of Falloum, because it's really nice and the music is gorgeous and the characters are adorable and it's a little scary and a little spooky, but it's very cute, and I love bugs, and it's a bugs game, and I'm the bugs girl.
Oh,
Ro does love
It's
bugs.
literally the bugs girl.
it's so true. The second thing I learned about Ro. After the rotating
The first
thing.
one being, she loves rotating things. Yeah.
Hook me up with a bug that's just resting on a lazy Susan, and I am set for life. If you got me like a 3D scan thing where I could just like put a bug on it and fully scan it in an environment like a rotating disc jockey setup, yo, what if I had a what do you call those tables? A table where you put your
Turntable?
desks on it. Yeah, a table disc deck table. And then I had like a scarab on one of them, and a praying mantis on the other, and a centipede in the middle.
You've seen that one video of like the like magnet base that has the like 3D printed cat rotating above it? You could do that.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm so happy for the next part of Ro's life where that happens.
Now all I need is a 3D printer and some very powerful magnets.
Well, they have 3D printers at the library. I can tell you that.
My library.
Hi everyone. Here's my recommendation: is go to the library and use their 3D printer. I do not know how much it costs, or if they'll even let you do it, but you can check it out. Check out your local library.
Check out your local library.
And specifically
your
in the
local
UK, they have 3D printers in libraries. I know this. In my county, at least, which I'm not going to divulge.
They definitely
know
don't have
about
them
this.
in my county.
Yeah, I don't
didn't
think they have
they've
them
got
here.
in mine. My county barely has libraries anymore.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. We should cut that out.
Yes.
Ooh, one of our printing features is printing in color.
Oh.
Wow. Website has not been updated since.
Well, now I
2004.
guess I've just doxed myself because I live in the only county in this fine country that does 3D printing.
Anyway, this is the Gay Lawyers podcast.
It truly is. Shall I read out a summary? Is that what you were getting at?
Yes, thank you for being the reliable one of us who writes a summary.
Anytime, buddy. Okay. Case 5 takes place at the embassy of Babal and Alabast, where Edgeworth and Kay go to intercept the fake Yatagarasu. After a Steel Samurai and Jamming Ninja stage show, a fire sweeps the Babalese side of the embassy, and in the confusion, and after pursuing a suspicious-looking person, Kay discovers the body of Manny Cochin. Sheena attempted to arrest Kay for the murder, but Edgeworth, Fran, and Gumshoe managed to intercept. In the first half of this case, we find the Yatagarasu's key on Manny's body, and realise this is used to open his safe. Within, we find evidence linking him to the smuggling ring and producing counterfeit bills which have been circulating in Zengfar. We're able to prove Kay isn't the killer, as the knife used to stab Manny was from the Alabastian side of the embassy, which Kay has not been to. As a result, we head over there to further our investigation, where we come across another murder, this time with Larry as the suspect. We learn in this investigation that this murder had been committed using a statue, the Primadux statue? Primadou statue? From Babal, and so we find ourselves with two items which have crossed national borders. Back at the Babalese embassy, we learn that Sheena was likely at the scene of the murder before Kay, and end this section of the case planning to confront her.
Yippee.
Put like that, not a lot happens.
Not a lot happens. Now let's talk about it for 3 hours.
Oh, God.
I would like to open by talking about geography.
Please.
What the fuck is going on?
What's not clicking?
Well, I'm learning about the history of a proud nation called Codopia, had a civil war and broke up into two countries called Alabast and Babal. Notably, there's like an ABC theme going on.
Oh, of course. I definitely noticed that.
Now, this is a country in Europe. I just don't understand what they're doing. Is it like a Baltics thing? Is it a Germany thing?
My first assumption was
Many
that
of
it was a
them are.
Baltics thing. But also, in this game, Europe is Asia.
Rome made a note about it being a Baltics thing. I wrote, they should have not been fucking cowards and just made this West and East Germany 2 Cold War redux.
That would have been better, I
But
think.
there's not like a capitalism versus communism thing going on here. I guess
Yeah.
again because they're too cowardly to like actually tell us anything
It would have
about
been
the
so
countries.
fucking funny if there was like the two embassies on either side, all in this one building, and then in the middle there was very literally an iron curtain keeping them separate.
Well, it's like, it's not a capitalism versus communism thing. It's like you have this one very open country that wants to sell their product to the world and like
Buy my product.
wants to lure people in with coupons. So that you have like this
Fucking
capitalist
coupons.
company, right? Country. And then the other company. Why do I keep calling them companies? Jesus Christ. What? This
You have to
is
start
Metal
calling
Gear
them
Solid 4?
countries.
Welcome to the state of alphabet. I can't do this. It's going to make me mad. And then the other country is this like closed, like very traditional, based on a monarchy. Is that right?
I guess.
They mentioned that the statue of the Primadux is based on an old king, I think.
But that must have been the king of Cadopia, and then when they separated, obviously Alabast is trying to be very, like, back to tradition type stuff, whereas Babel is trying to be very, like, we're Gen Z.
They
Well,
do
I
specifically
don't think
use
that's
three
true,
different
but-
words to describe the three countries. One is a republic. One is like a kingdom. I think it's the kingdom of Alabast, right?
I think that's true, actually. I didn't
But
think
they
about
use
that.
use a third word to describe Codopia. I don't remember what it is.
Principality?
Yeah.
I think it's principality.
Right.
I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense, because again, they would have had a king, and then the king went over on Alabast's side, presumably. So that's why they're like... So they're kind of Britain, is the thing.
God.
And Babel is... What country is like, please come and be a tourist? Not a lot of them lately.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the thing about this is that, like, obviously I was making a joke about East and West Germany, but they introduced this political allegory with so little underpinning it that it... I once described the way that I write as, my world building specifically, as just enough student theatre props that the characters can just run around and, like, you don't have to look at the background too much. And that's what they're doing. This is a very high budget video game. I don't write like that, so it's not... I'm allowed.
Yeah, it's strange. Anyway, they really like American productions such as The Steel Samurai and the Jammin' Ninja.
Famous American TV shows.
So American. So they want to have a big show of those things.
Did anyone else think it was weird that it's the Steel Samurai?
No, we're going back to what works.
It's the reboot.
It's the reboot. There is a subtitle. It's The Steel Samurai, the Married Man or something, right?
Daddy of
Heterosexuality is
Neo
happening.
Tokyo. So awful. So
It's
awful.
bad.
They're doing this performance as, like, a peace thing between them because they both really like the Steel Samurai. Like, both countries are into it, I guess. And in the embassy, which used to be the Cadopian embassy and now it's been split in two, the, like, central area is called the Theatrum Neutralis, and it's, like, still shared between them, and obviously it's a theatre, and they're putting on the performance there. And so there's this extra thing that's happening where, like, the country this game is set in, which depends, obviously, what localization you're playing, is acting as, like, a mediating country in this, and it is changed based on the localization, like, how their culture is, like, affecting these two countries, because I think it's on the Babelese side, right? Like, they have all of these, like, souvenirs that are, like, Americanized, like, they're American souvenirs in the localized version, but they're Japanese souvenirs in the Japanese version. And then obviously they
I
can localize the
wondered.
Steel Samurai. And it almost feels like this kind of makes sense almost in the localized version where you're like, yeah, America does act in this way on the world stage. And, you know, you could say a lot of things about that. But when you think about it being a Japanese property, you're just like, I don't... what is happening here? But again, it's just a way to make the plot go.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with it being that, but it's really, really funny. Like, Ace Attorney does that across so many things. And we've talked about it before. We keep doing, like, cinema sins dings. And I think I'm usually the person who's just like, it's just a way to make the plot go. Like, I'm not bothered by this. But I think that once you start getting into geopolitics, it just feels a lot more weird.
Yeah. When you're so scared of actually committing to the geopolitics, but you're using it as a tool to make the plot go, of course you're going to have to just make shit up, because you just can't be that flippant with real countries.
Also, to pull up on something that was said earlier, the Steel Samurai is not beloved by both countries. This is Alabast's choice for this production, and Babal loves the Jamming Ninja.
Ah, I didn't notice that. That's really interesting.
So they're putting on both shows as like a contest of their like showmanship, basically.
I don't know if everyone remembers the opening for this case, but you see someone like light a match, and then you see Edgeworth being like, "Curse the Yatagarasu, K you ... with the implication that K has burnt a building down. It's all very silly. It's
Yeah,
really
and you
funny.
have this big CG image of Edgeworth looking up to this burning building. Which, by the way, if you open the game having saved halfway through the case, that is the like splash screen on the main menu now.
Nice.
That's really funny.
It's very dramatic.
It's so extra. This whole game is the fanfic game.
Yeah, it's an
I
interesting
have more to
opening,
say
but
about
also
that later.
also we're how many cases into Ace Attorney? Like, it feels very flimsy at this point.
Flimsy in what way?
Well, we understand the structure of these cases. We've had plenty of fake outs. Like, we know that Kay is not the one responsible for this.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree with what Hera is saying. Like, they do this a lot, and so the presumption is just like, oh yeah, okay, they're doing that again. Like, regardless of what happened.
Yeah. So, doesn't it starts with us coming out of the Steel Samurai show, is that right?
No, it starts with us in the High Prosecutor's office.
And Edgeworth's like, wow, what a week. I'm going to sit and have a cup of tea. And then Kay comes barreling in, and it's like, get the fuck up. Don't sit down. Don't eat. Don't be a human. We're going to go get the Yatagarasu.
Anything.
Oh yeah,
Never do
this is really
anything.
weird as well, because we literally had the news about the card at the end of the last case, right? Was that like a flash forward to this scene? I literally don't remember.
This is...
So the chronology goes 2314.
Oh, I guess he got distracted by the guy being dead in his office. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A guy died in there, and Edgeworth's first thing that he does in his office after finding a guy be dead in there and getting that all cleaned up is have a recline in his chaise longue and make himself a nice chamomile tea.
Little chamomile.
Chamomile, yes.
And, like, okay, sorry, this is just a stupid thing on my mind, but, like, when the murder at Trebian happened, they kept it a crime scene for a month. 2 hours later, Edgeworth in his office, and he's like, everyone get the fuck out, I'm having a cup of tea. So funny.
Do you know what I think it was? I think it was that nobody wanted Trebian to be open again, so they kept it like that for as long as possible.
No one wanted that case to exist, so they just tried to make it illegal.
No one wanted to pay $40 for their lunch.
I think the best thing about this setup is that, like, Kay drags Edgeworth off to investigate the Yatagarasu at the embassy, and then, like, in the middle of this extremely delicate, like, geopolitical situation, and also, like, the smuggling ring, and the fake thief, and the real thief, and there's all this stuff going on, Edgeworth has to not fanboy about the Steel Samurai, and fails completely.
Such a good bit. Especially, like, considering where it goes is extremely funny.
It's so funny. Oh my god, that man is gonna need so much therapy.
This guy cannot win anything. Unless it's specifically to do with law.
Bless his cotton socks.
Fuck his cotton socks. I'm so sick of this guy's cotton socks.
Oh, I'm so
Fuck
glad
you
we
and
got a
your
whole
cotton
other game
socks.
about him.
And they talk so much about his socks in that game, it's weird.
Oh my god,
is
there's
weird.
like custom sprites. It's a whole thing. Anyway,
I don't want to talk
can we
about
decide to
Edgeworth's custom
investigate
foot
the
sprites.
garrison? we go to the embassy and we see the Steel Samurai, and there's a like limp-looking baby in a box. Hate
It's
that.
so disturbing. His name
Sorry.
is the Iron Infant.
Yeah, exactly.
Awful, so awful.
Like, okay, but before we proceed, there is something important I need to talk to people about when it comes to what's it called? What's monsters genre? What's Godzilla's genre? Where does Godzilla come from? Somebody help.
That's the Godzilla genre.
No, that's not what it's called.
Jay said it, I think, but I can't remember what Jay said.
Kaiju?
Kaiju, yes. So, in kaiju movies, when there's a baby, they beat the shit out of that baby.
Oh no.
You look at Godzuki,
seems
you
bad.
look at King Kong Jr. They beat the shit. There is in the most recent Godzilla vs. Kong movie, King Kong literally uses babies like nunchucks. It's so good.
Oh my god.
It's so good. And here's the thing. The Steel Samurai, very clearly inspired by like a mix between like Sentai and Kaiju characters. Like you've got your Ultramans and you've got your Kamen Riders. That baby looks like it could be thrown at things really, really hard.
I mean, if it's made out
Well,
of
it gets
iron.
lost later.
Pretty easy to lose. Like
Pretty
a,
easy
like
to
a
lose
normal
a
baby.
In a fire, easily done.
Babies are so easy to lose.
Something about everything in this made me really mad because there were so many things. Like, we're jumping ahead a bit because you don't actually see the Steel Samurai in the Theatrum Neutralis until you've basically talked to everybody. But he comes by, and everything about this guy was so suspicious.
In what way?
Let me start from the top and work my way down. The highest point of him is his spear, which is bent funny. Which is my first one. Looks like a hockey stick. Get a bit further down, you see that he's holding a wooden box. Well, like it's like a pram, but it's like the kind of pram that you would see in Neo Old Tokyo, where it's literally just a box with wheels. That box is way too big for that baby. That box is hiding something in that box. That is a person smuggling things across from one country's embassy into another country's embassy. Third thing, the pants are too long. We had this already in a previous case in the original trilogy, is we knew that someone had swapped costumes with someone else because of the pants. Sometimes I think this game is cute with its references and such. If all of those references end up being the things that make or break this investigation, I'm just gonna be like, you just did the same thing again.
They are playing the hits.
Not even like an alternate take on it. It's literally the exact same thing, except it's the Steel Samurai instead of the Nickel Samurai.
Well, it was the Steel Samurai in 1-3, right?
But was his pants too long?
That was because that's how you. It was in 1-3 and 2-5. Now I'm thinking about it. 2-4.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, this is gonna be the hat trick, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I think the pants weren't too long in 1-3. It was that Jack was walking with a limp. No, someone was walking with a limp or wasn't walking with a limp.
Yeah,
But, it
but
was still the trousers were wrong. I don't know.
yeah, it was both.
Wrong pants.
Okay.
Because that's how they knew it was Jack wearing them.
He was low riding. It was the style at the time.
So we see the Steel Samurai and get an autograph from him.
It's a really
That
shitty
says,
autograph.
"From Steel Samurai Daddy," which I hate. But Edgeworth did run to the Steel Samurai, which was cute. In the background of the scene, we see someone that we recognise.
We
Oh, we
sure
don't.
do.
No, we don't.
They remain unnamed.
That could be anyone.
You don't want to take credit, Ro, because you predicted it, I think, last episode.
I did. But that could be anyone.
There's anyone there. There's anyone who happens to be a journalist, a southern journalist with a big orange afro.
She has been relegated to the exact same category as Winston Payne. Which is extremely funny to me.
Yeah, which is someone on this podcast's favorite side character.
It's so weird that she doesn't get any spotlight at all. She's just there, and like she seems to be vitally important to this case.
No. No, she
I
isn't.
think they knew that Ro would be really upset if they did it again. Along with every other throwback, that they were like, do you know what? We'll just leave this one alone.
I like a lot of the throwbacks. I think a lot of them are nice, but
But not Lotta.
it's more just like
Lotta isn't nice.
there's nothing wrong with Lotta's introduction in this. I just think it's very funny whenever they introduce like a series staple character and then they're just like, I don't know who the fuck this is. I mean, I get it makes sense because it's Edgeworth talking to them and he doesn't retain any information that isn't directly to do with the investigation he's currently handling. So he would see, I imagine he would literally like see Pearl Fay walking around and be like, who the fuck let this weird baby out?
Yeah, Lotta Hart notably a key witness in the time that he got arrested for murder.
And yet, do you remember
Doesn't know.
the shape of every single ant who you have
Do you
thrown on the
remember
ground?
the shape of every single ant that you've thrown to Peanuts?
If you wander around the lobby, there's also some people complaining about the show. They were like, that was weird as hell. They clearly couldn't remember their lines. I heard the Pink Samurai's hip crack really loudly at one point.
Really funny.
At which point some cocks start turning in my head.
Surely not. It's just fine and normal.
Anyone can
Just
have
fine.
a hip crack.
A normal.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to worry about.
Anyone have anything else for you before we go and check out the Jammin' Ninja?
Oh, they have like the crowd noise that they pump in at one point, and it's so jarring and awful.
It's the exact same sound file they used in the original trilogy, so it's very old. Kay and Edgeworth fight about which of the Steel Samurai and Jammin' Ninja are better. And Edgeworth doesn't say a lot of it out loud, but internally monologues about how the Steel Samurai is obviously the superior choice because he's a massive, massive nerd.
And of course, Kay loves the Jammin' Ninja because
Who is it who
she's a
said,
ninja.
go my image? I'm trying to remember what the context behind that was, and I can't.
So there are TV cameras here because this is a big event that's happening.
Oh,
This is the-
I remember
the peace
now.
Thing. And there's an NPC who like stands in front of one of the TV cameras and says, "Go my image, travel across the wave world and into every TV set around the globe."
That's
That's
a
how it works.
Toby Fox character.
All right, where are we going next?
We've seen the Jammin' Ninja, but we come out and there's a little bit of a commotion.
Whoa.
This situation is dealt with so badly by everyone involved.
Say more about that.
It's been a minute. Like, after our last recording session, the very next day I played through this case, and it's been a bit since we last recorded. But I do very distinctly remember that in response to a massive fire, which ends up burning down like 2 entire floors of one of the embassies, they were like, let's not tell anyone so that they don't panic.
Yeah. No.
So
Not how you deal with
fucking
that.
crazy.
Well, hold on, that hasn't happened yet. The first part of the commotion is that the Yatagarasu has been seen on the Alabast side of the embassy. But we can't get in because we need to submit ourselves to a search first.
This happens moments after Edgeworth is like, why are we here? This is such a waste of time. And Kay is like, shut the fuck up. We have the calling card, which no one knows about. So, yes, we should be here. And I just think that was a nice moment. Where Kay gets to be competent. And then immediately afterwards, it's like, oh, fuck. The Yatagarasu's here.
Yeah, it's nice to have that also before Kay gets weird girl cursed in that she gets arrested.
Immediately.
Immediately.
So quickly.
As soon as there's, like, literally, there is a fire, and then Kay runs out to find out what's going on because she's chasing you and thinks you is the one
Me?
that caused the fire. Yeah, you, specifically. Jay, you?
She could catch me easy.
She runs out to the Babar side of the embassy to try and cross over to the Alabaz side to catch the Yatagarasu. Therein, she sees a mysterious caped figure. Not caped,
they're
they're wearing a
caped.
big coat. Same thing. She chases this figure, and next thing we know, there's a huge fucking fire on the, like, 3rd floor of the embassy.
I knew as soon as that happened that everyone was immediately gonna blame her for starting the fire as if she's the human fucking torch.
A fire which we later learn was kind of already started, like, while she was definitely not in that building, so... all very strange.
What ninja
that fire?
powers
Yeah,
are
that's
not
been
very
going for, like,
commonly
a good 45
understood.
minutes.
I mean, to be fair, on top of being accused of starting the fire, she is also accused of killing a guy.
Who's the guy that she was accused of killing?
That's Manny
I
Kochan.
recognize this guy.
I recognize
It's
this
that
guy.
Is this the first time a person has been killed who has appeared in another case other than Mia Fey?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, I think.
I think you might be right.
And let's be honest, she doesn't get a lot of runway.
Well,
And
she gets
also
about the
appears
same
in
amount
many,
of
many
runway as
cases
Manny Kochan,
afterwards.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Manny's gonna come back. Manny's died. There's another guy here called Polino.
Well, someone else comes with
Ambassador
Polino.
Sheena.
Well, no, Sheena arrests...
Sheena, yeah, she's already there.
She's already
It's
there.
Gumshoe who arrives with Polino, that's right.
No, it's Francisca, isn't it?
It's
Is it?
Francisca. Yeah.
She definitely
Yeah.
shows up
She's
around
already
here.
there.
I'm basing
I
this
see.
off of Rose Notes, which says, "Hey Fran, who's the orange freak?"
I think the order of events is Kay sees someone, runs into the room, immediately is arrested by Sheena, immediately is interrupted by Gumshoe, who is immediately interrupted by Edgeworth.
Who's
are
immediately
then
interrupted by Fran and Ambassador Polino.
What a mess.
What a mess.
That's a lot of people in one room.
Yeah, I think at some point, like, at least me and Devon, I think, was like, there might be too many characters in this.
Yeah, I think we both said that, definitely.
I definitely felt that later on.
Yeah.
I
Well, at
definitely
one
felt
point,
it
they
later
just
on, but
give
now
up
that we're
and
talking
start,
about it, I'm like,
siphoning
Jesus
people
Christ.
off.
Yeah, they do that.
They're like, we'll just trap two characters on either side of the wall for half of the case because we just can't be writing this much dialogue.
Oh, I see. I do have the note here. Lots of pieces in play already. I did not know how much worse it was going to get.
Did she know?
Does she know?
Well, the good thing about Francisca being here is it's Miles Edgeworth, Weird Girl era.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back.
Well, our weird girl for this section is going to be Gumshoe, actually.
Well, he is our weird girl, and we're Fran's weird girl. There's
Right.
nested dolls going on here.
Yes.
But he
a
says,
Matryoshka
look, Fran, I
situation.
will become your weird girl so that I can investigate here. And she's very excited about this.
That's
'cause she-
actually the quote that he says as well.
He says that out loud with his mouth.
She basically becomes completely useless for the entire scene because of the insane power trip that she
It's
embodies.
so good.
It's so good. She's having the best time of her fucking life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she like demands Edgeworth talk to her with respect, and
Yeah.
she basically starts treating Edgeworth like she treats Gumshoe, except without whipping him as much.
So we investigate a dead body.
And the room the dead body is in, also.
Wait, I want to see the Japanese souvenirs on this shelf.
I tried to look this up and I couldn't find it. I think they actually look the same, but they are just described in different ways. Like, you know the piece of paper that clearly looks like some kind of mesa in Utah is what they call it? Apparently, in the Japanese, that is Mount Fuji, which is wild to me because it does not look like Mount Fuji.
One of them is the Statue of Liberty, I'm pretty sure.
Is
Yeah,
it?
one of them is the Statue of Liberty. Also, one of them is like,
wild.
what's that? The Saint Louis Arch, I think.
Yeah.
What it's called.
Oh, here we go. Version differences. I did not look this up, or I didn't look well enough. The relics are altered between the Japanese and English versions of Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth to come from the US instead of Japan. For example, the buckskin cowboy outfit on the wall was originally a kimono. Apparently, in the Investigations collection, where the French language was added, they also added French ones, which implies that French Ace Attorney takes place in France, which is
What?
would be
I
even
think it
more
would have been really
interesting.
funny if they didn't change the art and tried to justify that all of these Japanese artifacts were, in fact, from America.
There are pictures of the original and
Oh.
the other one.
But it's interesting, right? Because we didn't see anything like this in the original trilogy.
No. And then they didn't bother to do the second one. I'm sending you a WebP. What the fuck? Wow, it worked. Why was one of them
Whoa,
a
that's
WebP and one
so-
of them not? So, in the original, we have a
Wild.
kimono, a fan, some swords. I don't know what kind they are. I'm pretty sure they talk about this in Yakuza. A lantern, a little painted plate, and a bear holding a fish.
Well, the
And then in
bear
the
is in
American one,
both.
we still have the bear holding a fish, and we have an eagle. We have the Statue of Liberty. We have the Seattle Space Needle, I think.
Yeah.
And then we have the arch that Ro identified that I would not have been able to tell you what that was.
The St. Louis Arch.
From St. Louis.
I believe the bear with fish is there because that is established as like a souvenir from the like Fae village,
Oh.
Oh, really?
the trilogy.
What?
They have bears, though.
Famous for bears.
Famous for bears.
It's in case 2, I think. Like they have one of those at the in the guest room.
Did not know that.
Oh my god, I think Carol might be right. I think that's in the room that Unimini
Yeah,
chose
that
out in.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That's really wild.
This does not sound
Good pull,
familiar to me
huh?
at all, to the point where I'm looking it up because I think this is like shared hallucination you're all having. Oh my god, there's something in the background. What is it? That is not a
Is it a
bear.
bear with a fish?
That's I think two people wrestling. Oh my god, it is a bear. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
It was cut
You
off
fell
in
for
the
an optical
preview,
illusion.
and it genuinely looked like two people fucking.
Two men
But it's a bear.
Oh, that's really funny.
Holy shit! Well, I've learned something today.
would
I'm sorry that I said you were all hallucinating.
Can you send a picture of the two men fucking, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Please.
You're gonna look at it and be like, are you sure you're not the one hallucinating? I'm sending it at the size that I saw it, so you
Oh, yeah.
understand.
The true experience. I'm so happy to be living this experience with you.
Yeah.
You know what, fair? That's so fucking fair. Good God.
It's
That
like a
in the
gorilla.
Balinese embassy.
It looks like a baby elephant.
It looks like so many things.
I'm saving this image to my computer right now. File name, gay sex. Oh my god.
I know, and it's an image of a bear statue with a fish in its mouth.
It
The
is.
fish,
The fish is
notably,
cool.
is a different orientation. To
Well,
the
they
one
could
in
have
the,
more than one
the
if it's like a
background of
traditional
this.
thing.
Yeah.
I have also noticed that in the Japanese version, there is a cup on the shelf, which is sort of just a traditional clay cup, like the ones they have at Wagamama's. I'm sorry, but that is why I know this.
That's your cultural contact point.
Sorry for being British.
Oh my God.
.jpeg, the image that I sent to Diego like twice a week. However, notably, Morgan Fay also drinks from one of these, so that could also be a reference.
Yeah.
However, the fact they've removed it in the American one suggests that it's
Well,
not.
it's just because like the original trilogy is like so poorly localized in terms of like you have this clan of like very traditional Japanese people, and they were like, oh, well, we don't really know what to do with this, but we're like transplanting it to America, so they just kind of
Yeah.
kept it the same.
Yeah, word of God, these are actually Japanese immigrants, so it's kind of a optimistic thing that they were just like, well, we're just using this as an excuse to not have to localize all this. I mean, to be fair, if they localized all of that out, I think it would suck also.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
They could have literally said that the Fae family are Japanese and that the Fae family, that Korean village is in Japan. Because the only difference would be like 3 lines of dialogue where instead of Phoenix saying like, oh man, I can't believe you were only like 2 hours of a train right away, it would just be like,
across the
Pearl
ocean.
does run that distance. Yeah.
The thing is, she already ran 3 hours of train speed in human mode.
She did do that.
She channeled a really fast person. Maybe she could just channel a fish. I don't know.
Fish. Yeah, that's
Channel
why I
a
went
bird.
there.
Chandler,
Fly.
She can either turn
goddamn.
into a fish or a bear, and she chose to turn into a fish.
Oh, man. Ace Attorney open world game when?
You just roam around looking for people to yell objection.
When are they gonna make their Breath of the Wild, huh?
It's gonna be Investigations 3, and it's like the Nintendo Hire That Man style, but
Sounds like the worst fucking game imaginable.
No, but okay. But actually, what they could do is have you like explore a city and like actually investigate crimes properly and like choose which crimes you take on.
They made
and,
this.
Like, that
It's
would be
called
really fucking
Judgment.
fun.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say
called
that's
Judgment.
judgment.
God damn it. This is where me not playing many video games really shows itself.
You should check out Judgment.
We're
I
gonna
should play the
stop
second
recording
one
the
of
podcast now.
Well, the thing about this, especially for you, Devon, is that it doesn't have Ace Attorney fan service in it. So what's the
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah.
it,
point?
Yeah,
it doesn't
that's
have
true. What
Miles
is the
Edgeworth
point?
in it.
Yeah.
Instead, it's got guys who look like real people.
Ooh,
Awful.
there's not even
I hate
one
that.
Muppet face in it. What's the point?
So
Not a
sad.
single horse. And the thing is, there's enough real people in real life. I don't need any more of that shit. I have enough.
This is the. I've
The
heard
limit.
many cogent arguments against photorealistic video games, but actually, that's the best one.
There are already too many real people.
There are already too many real people in real life. All right, should we investigate a crime scene?
Yes.
yeah. Go on.
Well, this is
I would
where-
actually like to say something quickly, which is just that, as is probably clear in my notes, and I toned them down a lot. I really like Paleno's design.
Why would you
I
tone
think-
that down? What the fuck?
Because the thing is I was just going to be like, this character's got such a cool design and go on about it forever and ever and always. And then I was like, sometimes I say things in my notes and I don't, like, I was worried I was somehow going to, like, spoiler something or not by just yelling about him so much. And I was like, you know what, I need to not do that. I will try and keep it cool. Because I was, like, again, maybe or maybe not I would spoil something. I don't know. I
This
didn't
is
want to
a-
have a bikini situation
this is a
where I
bikini
was like, I really
situation,
like
that's
this
exactly
character,
what I was gonna
and then...
I mean, I was already a little Seuss of him, so that would have pushed it over the edge.
Yeah, and I'm trying not
I mean,
to
that's
push anyone
really
over the
funny,
edge.
but Bikini was innocent.
Bikini was so innocent, and yeah, I besmirched her good name. Anyway, Paleto's design is great. I love a character who's kind of like, just, I don't know, overly polite and affable. It just makes
This is
me
the
really
thing,
happy.
right? A bikini moment hypothetically could go both ways, where Devon could say something and you would be like, oh, that's suspicious. Or they could say something and you could be like, oh, they seem like Devon really likes them and therefore I'm not suspicious of them.
Yeah, that's true. I think
So-
from here on, Jay and Devon shouldn't be allowed to say anything about any character.
I'm so scared.
I've already promised that I'm going to say things to throw you off.
I know. See, Devon said they like Paleno because they're really kind and affable. That's the kind of shit that makes me extremely suspicious of someone. Because like, if he was just some guy, then I'd be like, oh, cool. This seems like a nice some guy that I've just met. He's the ambassador of a country. He is someone who has, like, he's in a cogent position of political power. And he is being, like, overly friendly to someone that he just met. I'm immediately gonna be suspicious of that.
He's maybe the most helpful character in the entire franchise.
Which is
Yeah.
weird, right? Am I the only one who thinks this is weird?
No, I think
People
he's
aren't
just bad at
supposed to
his
be
job.
nice to Miles Edgeworth.
I'm not going to say any further comments about Paleno, but next
Yeah.
next episode, I'm getting into it.
This has
Me and Devon
influenced
can't
my
talk
opinion on
anymore,
Paleno
so-
one way or the other.
You two better talk about the investigation.
Oh, fuck. Well, Office is burnt.
All burnt and nasty and crisp.
My logic, there was a fire
good.
here.
My logic. I mean, literally.
Eureka.
You investigate the ceiling fan, and he says this ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling. He's really on the ball today, Miles.
This universe only makes sense if no one else in there is good at their job,
Yeah.
except for the main character.
Yeah. That is literally true.
Kay has been arrested because she discovered a dead body and made a noise of shock. And she knows, like, wow, you must have done it. Because killers traditionally are very shocked when they commit the murder that they planned.
That took me by surprise. I didn't think my murder would kill them.
And we have to sit here and prove that she's innocent now. I feel like if I was a prosecutor, I wouldn't even bother. I'd leave.
Oh my gosh!
Just take it to court and let's see how you're doing. You fool. I'm channeling my Francisca now.
I respect that. I'm glad to hear it.
So So, Gumshoe's our weird girl. We're also a weird girl. Souvenirs. Forensics girl losing her mind.
Valid.
Right, we checked the body. The body has the Yatagarasu key on it from the previous case. We have new context for this key because we have learned that the butterflies on the handle are a symbol of second one, Babal,
Baba.
and the flower is the symbol of Alabast. The two were previously the symbols of Codopia. So we know that this key is of Codopian heritage. We know it was stolen from there and handed off as the Yatagarasu key. Like, I am pretty sure that this has nothing to do with the Yatagarasu. It's just what Callisto took and was like, okay, I can use this and pretend it's the Yatagarasu key to get it into the case or whatever, you know? It is very strange that it's here, though.
Yeah. Do you know what else is strange? There does happen to be a thing here that is locked by a key.
Oh.
I don't know about all that.
Remember that logic from the third case where we had to put a key and a lock together? That was the tutorial.
I thank God they did it, because I
And
would
thank
be fucked
God
otherwise.
they did it.
Is the handle on Kochin's body or is it in his desk?
It's on his body, and his desk is...
Is the post-it notes, right?
We also don't get to go in his desk until we come back here later, because there's someone
Yeah.
blocking us
Yeah.
from that side of the room.
Which, honestly, I don't know what purpose that served other than to just get us to go over the border.
It was to make the narrative be
Because they're
different.
doing forensics over
To
there.
be longer.
Yeah, literally.
We're being very mean to Gumshoe also while we're here, and the thing is
Yeah, they're
like,
not.
I feel like it's justified at this point. They really work to make him seem useless. And I'm kind of tired of him.
Yeah.
We make some connections. The butterfly on the knife handle and the big butterfly on the wall are connected because they are both the same symbol. You then use the key in the safe. Francisca is here because of the calling card. Those are the three logical connections that you make here.
Edgeworth talks about how hard Fran's been working as a member of Interpol and is like really nice about it, and it's cute, especially after the last
It is cute.
the last episode where like, you know, we had that like sibling interaction as kids, and now they're grown up, but they're still, well, he's still nice to her, and she's still like, fuck yeah, I get to make you address me formally.
It's good. She's winning.
So good.
She's winning.
Yay.
There's a bit here where you examine the bloody knife, and Gumshoe says, this thing practically screams artsy at me, although it's covered in blood, just like the last thing I said was artsy. What is he... Do you guys know what the last thing he referred to as artsy was?
What did he mean
I
by
could
this?
not tell you what he was talking about.
Yeah,
Walking
that...
into a crime scene. This is so artsy.
I love performance art. It's so...
so gory.
So this is different knife, to be clear. This is one that is not the key. It's one that's just on the floor.
There are 7 knives in this case to keep track
Yeah.
of, just for the record.
Jesus
Yeah,
fucking Christ,
Only
that's too many
only
knives.
3 of them maybe are important.
the knife that was on the floor is a bloody knife, and there is a stab wound on Manny Kochin because he has bloods on him. And this knife is the one that has the butterfly handle, yeah?
Yes. It is
Yes.
part of a set of 3, the other 2 of which are on the wall.
Yeah. But the knives on the wall do not have a handle on them. The handle itself seems to be attachable, detachable. And it's
Yeah.
got a butterfly pattern because it's the handle from Babal's butterflies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I just assumed because they both start with B.
Yeah, that's a
Thank
fair
goodness for
assumption. Paleno has a big butterfly brooch.
Yes. And there's also a big
Oh, yeah.
butterfly symbol on the wall.
So you open the safe with the key. There's some weird paper sticking out of the back wall. So you have a look at the key, turn it into a knife, and that it turns out to be a secret second key to activate like a false wall at the back of the safe.
There's a good bit before you do this where Edgeworth is trying to rationalize using the knife as a separate key, but every single thought you have, Gumshoe also has simultaneously to you, and it makes Edgeworth think he's losing his mind. It's very funny. Like Edgeworth thinks it, then Gumshoe says it out loud. It's a good bit. And it ends with after they both simultaneously think and say things at the same time. It ends with Edgeworth saying, "Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me." It's really funny.
So in the back of the safe, there are 2 pages of a 3-page document, specifically pages 1 and 3 of the document.
Oh god, it's so stupid. Guess who's got page 1? It's Fran. Oh my god, it's just like forensic by numbers.
It's so funny.
It's extremely silly.
What is this document pertaining to? I forget.
It's an accounting document linked to the smuggling ring, and it's printed on paper, only made in Codopia. So that means that it must be linked to Babal and Alabast.
Right, because the way it works is that Babal produces ink that you can only get in Babal, and Alabast produces paper that you can only get in Alabast.
I don't remember the paper. I remember the ink.
It's mentioned. I don't think it's that important.
Yeah, because the ink is very important, but I don't remember the paper.
I will defend this with my life. This is true and correct.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't remember.
Here is a loaded gun.
I don't.
Now that Harris taught me about the bear, I trust everything she says implicitly.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, it's because like when I found out, I was like, oh, it's because before they made paper and ink, but when they split up, they like split these. So
She took my ink in the divorce.
But they can't write anything in Codopia anymore because one side has the ink and the other side has the paper. It's
But
horrible.
hey, there's a lot of stuff you can do with paper that you can do with paper on its own, like make an aeroplane, like do origami.
There's
use
a
a
lot of stuff you
pencil.
can do with ink, like throw it into a
Start fires, yeah.
fireplace.
So Franziska is here because she suspects the smuggling ring of smuggling this fancy ink. And are they smuggling it? Are they making counterfeits? I don't know. But that's why she's here. And that's it, I think.
It feels like there's a lot of text, but
Oh, we argue with Sheena. Sheena says that Kay killed Manny for the key, but why the hell is the key still on Manny if she did that? She says the knife is the murder weapon, but there's something weird about the murder weapon, and that's that if you detach it, you discover a flower on the blade. What is the deal with this?
because the flower is on the blade, that means it comes from Alabast,
Right.
right? Which Kay never went to, so she couldn't have done it.
Yes, yeah. So that's it. We got her off the hook. Maybe.
And there's also a lot of chat about Manny and how much responsibility he had and how he was printing everything in the
Yeah.
thing. And yeah, basically, Polino says multiple times, you don't know what the fuck is going on, but Manny was really good at his job.
I actually missed the printing thing. I'm glad they made that just very clear in the next time you come back here. Yeah, that's it. Then you go check out the other side, see what's going on. Except Kay can't go.
Yeah.
The only person who can go to the Alabastan embassy is Franziska, and you go as her assistant.
The real reason is they realised there were way too many characters on screen at any one time.
Yeah.
And they were like, we have to leave some
So,
of them somewhere else.
They say like, oh, Kay and Gumshoe will continue to investigate the Babel side while you go to the Alabast side, and then when you get back, they've done nothing, which is obviously kind of a funny joke because it's like you have to do it. But like that was the perfect setup to play as Kay. Like I don't think it would have been that difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could just be like
guitar
such a
pick
small little bit as
finding
well.
simulator.
It doesn't have to be long.
All right, before we go to the other side, can we take 5? Let's finish the podcast so we can go back to playing Hollow Knight.
Yes, please. It's very important.
All right, let's speed run the rest of it.
We're on
Larry
the way
shows
to
up
the-
and nothing happens, and then we go back to this room.
I actually do have something to
Yep.
say about Larry, which is like I think
we'll
it's
get
fair.
that. Wait, is Larry next?
No, we're going to the theatre again.
Okay, I will say
Let's all
We're
go
on
to
our
the
way.
theatre.
there's someone else here
because-
actually.
In the theatre is Lang and
Lang!
a lot of cops.
Oh my god.
And Lang says to count off. So the cops count off, and they go 1, 1, 1, 1. And it's really fucking
such
good.
a good bit. Number
So
one.
funny.
You are all number one.
It's maybe the hardest I've laughed at any joke in the entire franchise so far. It got me
It's
so
really
good.
He loves his boys so much that he doesn't just get his boys birthday presents. He gets his boys' extended family's birthday presents. Now, I don't know if this was just him trying to save face because he got one of his boys' birthdays wrong. So he was like, oh, this wasn't a present for you. This was a present for your sister's nephew. But either way, it's really, really good.
I think Lang got it right. I think this guy is...
The police officer seems to be like, oh, holy shit, like,
Wild.
yeah, it is my sister's nephew's birthday.
Yeah,
It's
he
so
knows more
good.
about your family than you do, which is kind of scary.
Oh, God. This being said, I would hate that if my boss knew that about my family. I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But when Lang does it, it's great. At least he cares. There's also a bit where... I can't remember if this is before we go back to Theatrum Neutralis or just before, but it's where Kay like basically says to Sheena, like, don't fuck with me, your glasses are stupid and I'm amazing. It's so good. I love this. So Lang's here, and he is talking to Franziska, which we haven't seen happen before, and he keeps calling her sis, which is also really funny.
I like that. I think it's
Doesn't
cute.
call Edgeworth bro.
What's
Does
good,
not
bro?
call Edgeworth bro. We learn that Alabast has the strictest border controls on the planet, and also that Lang's pretty chill with Fran, despite her being a prosecutor.
It's because they both
Yeah,
work for
that's interesting.
Interpol.
I mean, she's still doing it as a prosecutor, though, surely. She's not a
Yeah, she
investigator.
is, but they're like, they're colleagues. It's different with Edgeworth.
It's sis, it's bro. Whereas
It's-
with Edgeworth...
It's absolute bro.
with Edgeworth, what does he call him? in the
It's
other
second
case?
cousin
Like a
at best.
Pretty man or whatever.
Pretty boy.
I
Fancy
don't know
Pretty
what you say.
boy.
Also, there's been some kind of situation at Alabast.
Yeah. Do we meet Ambassador
Old.
Albert in the lobby?
Dark Souls
The
NPC shows up.
The oldest man on Earth, Alba.
This guy is about to tell me about some poison swamp and sell me, like, a bead that reduces my affinity to rot by 10%. He's got the world's shittiest
believe
dagger
that.
on sale. And also, he looks like 5 trees fell over.
His first name, Quercus, is the Latin name for an oak.
I fucking knew it was something like that.
Guy who has a tabletop character named after 2 Latin names of plants. There's a fun fact for you.
I said he looks like if Pinocchio went to the beach that makes you old. I think that was my best take on his appearance.
I really liked that. I think I just called him really, really old. And
Which
then
is also
commented
true.
About how he's punching himself in the face.
I made one note, and that was the assumption that Alba was the Codopian ambassador before the country split.
I believe
But that
that's
is-
true.
Okay.
Because they do talk about, like, who's going to become the Cadopian ambassador. I think, actually, I'm just interpreting this, but him and Palermo do it. What's his name? It's not Palermo.
Palermo?
Palermo? Yeah.
It's got an N in it. It's not the capital
Yeah.
city of Sicily, Palermo.
He makes a lot of references to the fact that he became ambassador after the country split.
Oh,
He
okay.
used to be king.
Paleno did.
Paleno, yeah.
Does.
So because
Yeah.
but they also are kind of talking about, like, if there's a reunification, which they're kind of talking about, like, who will be the ambassador. And so my interpretation of that is that Alba sorry, I've just realized that the Italian word for tree is albero also, so that's probably why. Alba was the ambassador, became the Alabastian ambassador, and then, like, would assume that he would get his job back if there was a
Yeah.
reunification. Whereas Palermo is like, please, I'm so young and I'm so nicey.
And I will give you so many coupons.
All I want to happen with this guy is I want him to stand up straight, and then there's like a really loud crack as his back straightens out and he casts off his robe to reveal he's wearing a full gleaming suit of armor.
Why? You're making him
That'd
out
be
to be
fun.
like some kind of ent.
And when have you seen an Ent wearing a suit of armor? The game makes him out to be an Ent.
I'm referring to the cracking thing.
There's
Yeah, I know,
literally a
there's a
tree
tree of
of him in his office.
Oh, tree characters. I've got one more about those.
Speaking of his office, is it time to go then? We ask Albert, please let us investigate this.
And then he's kind of like, oh, whatever you silly kids want to do, I don't really care. Go on. And then Poleno gives us some free ink, perhaps. Does this happen now?
Oh yeah, and
so,
it's labeled Bink.
Bink.
Is it really? I didn't know.
It is labeled Bink because
Why is it labeled Bink?
Because it's from
Because
Book Country.
It's Barbalese. It's Barbalese ink.
It's Babbly's ink.
Babbly's
It's
ink.
Bink. This is a joke
Bink.
that I would make when I'm very, very sleepy.
So did it used to be called Sink?
I guess.
It lives in the sink.
Kink? It was called Kink, I'm sorry. It's a joke I would make sober and awake. And I did it. I made my silly joke.
Perfect.
And I think Kay chats some more shit about wanting to kill you or whatever.
Me?
She's out. Yeah, sorry.
She's gonna kill you like the girl from The Ring.
Callisto Yu, a character we have not seen yet.
So we go to Alabast, and hey, the Steel Samurai shows up, and there
Wait.
is a split second.
There's a body on
Oh,
the
well.
ground.
Oh, oops! Who left that there?
It looks a lot like Mask to Mask, if I'm being honest.
Well, it could be Master Mask, or it could be the sequel. It's easy to
Everyone
mess
loves
that up.
sequels.
There's a very interesting dichotomy developing in this case where we have one side with a bunch of like characters that we've maybe not met before. Like, okay, we knew Manny from the flashback, but you know, there's a whole like new thing going on here. And then we come to the other side and immediately we are greeted with the body of someone dressed like Master Mask. And it really only goes downhill from here.
I do want to talk about Master Mask. What's he called? Master Mask 2? He is literally called some shit like that.
Yeah,
No,
he's
he's
called Master
literally
Mask
called
2.
Master
he is
Mask the
called Master
Second,
Mask
yeah.
2. He's the sequel.
His bag, which is also the same as Master Mask's bag, has the same pattern on it as Kay's shirt, which I've never noticed before. But it's interesting because they're both
something
thieves.
about that pattern that means something, and I can't remember what.
It's
it's
commonly
thieving.
used in it literally is a pattern commonly used to represent, like, I see it a lot in like caricaturish representations of Japanese thieves. I think it's something that's used in like old school theatrics a lot.
Oh.
I feel like it's used with tanukis as well sometimes. 'Cause they're meant to be
Sometimes?
mischievous and like
But
thieving, maybe.
It's
I'm not sure.
that pattern is like the American version of, I mean, it's like the Japanese version of the American bag with a dollar sign on it.
Right.
Because I have absolutely seen it be consistently used specifically for big ransacking sacks used by burglars.
I googled, sort of as a fucking joke, thief pattern Japan, and I did get it, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of explanation for it.
My assumption would be that it's like some kind of theatrical thing.
Oh, it says, so it's called a furoshiki, and it's a traditional kind of wrapping cloth, and the like vine-like design, it's usually green and white, which it is on the Master Mask version. Kay's is pink, but it's a vine pattern, which is supposed to be like good fortune, because it's like a fast-growing vine. And they were just very common things that people would have around, but that meant
Yeah,
that...
I have furoshiki wrappings. My mum uses them for Christmas presents.
That's a really good idea. But, like, that pattern specifically was very common. But then because it was so common that, like, everyone had one, there was, like, a trope of a burglar, like, breaking into a house, stealing a bunch of stuff, and then needing something to carry it in. So they would wrap it in the vine furoshiki
Right.
and steal it away. So that is why.
God, not only have they stolen other things, but they also stole your bag.
Yeah.
Stole your everything.
God damn.
Anyway, Master Mask 2 got his life stolen. Oops.
And that's the one thing we should never steal. We found that out.
Right, yeah.
He has got the worst name ever, and I can't even remember it. Oh, it's like Kashi now.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
really bad.
Bad and
I didn't even
terrible
pick up on that pun.
So many levels.
I don't think this is the first time it's happened that a character has a non-English kind of name, which is also used as a pun. and it does not read the same as when they have an English name that's used as a pun. I don't think it's the first time that's happened. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but it will happen again.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
Great.
So bad.
I'm ready for that. I'm looking forward to that. That's really bad. I'm glad I didn't pick up on that when I was playing through the case.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we're here to tell you about it.
Sorry, we can't live alone with this. That's why we have a podcast.
So this is a copycat criminal. He has nothing to do with the original Master Mask.
Which is good, because I think everyone would have rioted if they killed Ron Delight.
I would have genuinely
Yeah.
stopped playing the video game.
Yeah, valid. I would have approved of that and also stopped.
This podcast would have been on strike.
Until they resurrected Ron Delight.
Like a phoenix. Hang on.
You can't say that.
Like a. No, you can't. They ruined it.
Like a thief, Nix.
So there's a dead guy, and it's Larry was there, so obviously he's the suspect, and like he's being a total sex pest again.
He's the Steel Samurai.
It's the Steel Samurai also is something that's happening.
This sent my mood off a cliff. I'm sorry to say. I don't like this guy.
No.
So this is what I wanted to say earlier about the pants situation. Is we know that it was Larry in there when they got the signature. Like, I'm not doing a spoiler and saying like, oh, this wasn't like
Yeah.
there wasn't something going on there. Which is actually, I think, interesting, because like, at least in Edgeworth's eyes, but probably in our eyes as well, like, this is a fake Steel Samurai. Like, what the fuck? It can't be Larry in
Yeah.
I genuinely think that's why the pants don't fit properly. I think that is what they're saying with it.
Well, it's like what they've done is they've like franchised the Steel Samurai brand to like a theater production company, right?
Yeah, like the musical production that we watched of Ace Attorney.
Right, exactly. Except they seem to be saying that this is fake and bad because Edgeworth doesn't realize he tricked Edgeworth.
Well, Edgeworth's just very upset because he's like, I was so happy to see the Steel Samurai, now you've ruined it for me.
This is maybe the worst thing that's ever happened to Miles Edgeworth.
It really is.
To be fair, like, they put the worst man on earth in the costume of his favourite anything. Yeah, fair enough. I'd be devastated.
It would probably...
It would be worse than the 15 years of trauma.
Here's the
about
thing.
Dead dad or whatever.
If the Steel Samurai took off his mask and it was Manfred von Karma in there, I think Miles Edgeworth would literally be like, of course, only the person who trained me all these years could ever give such a thrilling performance as the Steel Samurai.
Could you imagine?
Only a true master of the
Steel
prosecutor's
Samurai.
bench could be able to execute such
Oh,
devastating
God.
moves as the Samurai Strike.
No, I already drew Von Karma as a farmer. I can't draw him as the Steel
God, I
Samurai.
forgot about
we
Von
can't be doing this
Karma.
every episode.
Yes, we
Von
can.
Karma alt every single episode.
Yes.
He does not deserve this much content of him. There's
Yes,
so
he
many
does.
better characters.
No, there aren't. Ever since you drew Von Farmer, he's my new favorite character.
Frank. I can't fucking do this. I'll think about it.
It's either that or it's a Yanni Yogi in there, which is so much worse.
That guy's dead of murder.
How
I
do you
think.
feel about Phoenix?
So is Von Karma.
I guess that's true.
How would he feel if Phoenix ended up being the Steel Samurai? God damn.
Bizarrely
I
turned
mean, the
on.
thing is Phoenix would do a terrible. Phoenix would do a terrible job as well, but he'd still think it was the best performance.
I think
that ever
no
existed.
matter how good Phoenix does, there's something that permeates between him and Edgeworth where he would just instinctively know that it was a performance that he had to hate on a level that he couldn't quite understand. Like, it could have been the best
really
thing that he's
funny.
ever seen in his life, but he would just be like, something about this makes me feel like I need to hate it. And
You'd
it'd be
get
because
like a
Phoenix
piece
is
of
the one in
logic
there.
earlier where he'd have been like, Phoenix Wright exists. Like that puzzle piece would just be in your
Phoenix
mind
Wright
palace.
exists. That's actually in his logic document throughout the whole
Yeah,
game.
you would just be like, that's weird. I don't know why that's there. And then you'd get another puzzle piece that was like, I feel irrational hatred towards this version of the Steel Samurai, and then you'd be like,
Yeah.
I can put these two together.
Anyway,
Anyway, we can
it's
get
none
through
of
the
those
Larry
people.
shit
It's
quickly,
Larry.
right? Yeah.
Larry calls Edgeworth your
unfortunately.
lordship. Francisca calls Larry a fruitcake.
God.
Larry is here because he has been arrested on suspicion of murder, because
The
he was
classics.
hanging around on the roof very suspiciously.
What Larry does in this sequence is the most insane thing he's ever done. I think genuinely,
Yeah.
in contrast with other Larry appearances, this shit is so beyond belief that for me, it actually does loop back around to being just completely fucking stupidly funny. Like, there is, like, the fact that he tries and come up with the excuse that he does is so funny to me. Also, when Edgeworth first finds out about Larry being the Steel Samurai, he is absolutely lost for words, in shock. Francisca comments on the fact that he is now beat red, and Edgeworth is just like, please don't speak to me right now. So the first thing you get to find out what Larry's been doing is a CG of him crawling on the roof of the embassy to climb down a chimney.
I hate that this CG is like bizarrely charming to me.
It kind of is.
Because when we find out what he's doing, it's very bad. But
It's very bad.
There's something about just like creeping around like an imp on the roof.
Yeah. This was the moment where I was like, man, what if he actually was a criminal mastermind? Because how the fuck did he get away with that in one of the most highly strict embassies in the world? It is nuts that he was able to pull that shit off and no one saw. While at every point, up until he got into the chimney itself, he was wearing a full Steel Samurai costume.
It's amazing that he didn't fall, given that we find out, like, 2 minutes later that he was fucking around and managed to break the samurai spear. Like, he is not unclumsy, and yet.
God.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was literally just playing with it, wasn't he? And that's why it got bent.
Yep.
He was just swinging it around for fun.
Yeah.
He was like, I can't believe it's hollow. I can't believe they didn't give me a real fucking spear.
God, could you imagine if they gave that man a sphere? He would be going to jail for
It would be.
murder.
There's a mention of Devon's favorite book. There's a callback to case 3.
Wait,
What?
what's my favourite book?
Franz's Whippity Whip Trip, obviously.
Oh, God.
There's a reference back to the last case of the original trilogy where they talk about how he formerly went by Loris Dunim. He mentions that he used to be into a girl called Banjolina, which I think is the girl version of Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie.
2 for 2 on podcast mentioning Banjo-Kazooie. How long can we keep this streak going?
I'll squeeze in a Gruntilda reference in the next episode. Don't you worry about it. We can get the Jinjos in there somewhere. Edgeworth goes really, really hard on him because he's like, every time I ever have to talk to you about anything, you are lying through your teeth, but I don't have the means to prove that you're lying because I don't have a Magatama in this one. So I just need you to be perfectly honest or my sister is going to beat the shit out of you.
Which seems fair. But he also says, like, he says the phrase, I don't have the key to unlock your heart this time, with no context. And if you had not played the trilogy, you would just be like, what the fuck does that mean? What's going on between these two?
It's nuts. Larry's excuse as to why he was found crawling around on the roof in a Steel Samurai costume is that he just wanted to pretend to be Santa Claus. There is a part of me that really wanted to just take that at face value. It's like it's the middle of it's like the middle of June. We're in an extremely secure building that is very politically charged right now. There's been murders, there's been fire. This is not like a safe time to be fucking around. I still fully believe that Larry, of all people, would try and pull some shit like this.
I have a question regarding my notes. Why do I just have the phrase Christ confirmed in all caps?
Well, great news. I've been looking at that because I wrote Christianity confirmed.
I know what that's
And
about.
Bro
Yeah,
wrote
that's about the flowers.
Catholicism reference, so we were all fucking on it.
It's about the flowers. The flowers. It's because what were the names of the flowers?
Is it the passion flowers?
Yeah, the old man keeps in his office because it's like, oh, they're
Right.
called that because of the Passion of the Christ or something like that. The famous Mel Brooks movie.
Okay.
Mel Gibson? I don't know. Mel.
I think it's Mel Gibson.
I don't give a shit about these
Isn't
people.
Mel Brooks like... Okay. Moving
The
swiftly on.
the parody
Yeah.
guy,
Like
yeah.
Airplane and Blazing
I don't think he
Saddles.
did Airplane, but he did.
But he did do Passion of the Christ.
He did Dracula Dead and Loving It,
Oh, yeah.
and Young Frankenstein.
This Game Facts thread from 15 years ago. Had Ace Attorney games ever mentioned Jesus? Because in I-5, when you investigate passion flowers, Francie will speak about Passion of Christ. Just curious.
Hate the person
Any
who wrote that
responses?
post called her Francie.
Yeah. Well, the first person said no other AA game has said bastard either. The worst it's ever said was crap, and then it devolves into talking about what counts as a swear word.
Okay.
Oh my god.
There's 3 pages of this.
I love forums. That's literally nothing to do with what the original question was.
Max also utters Jeebus a couple of times. That's true.
Does say Jeebus, but that's because Jesus isn't real until this point. So yeah, Christ is new, and he's been born of flowers.
Christ confirmed.
Christ confirmed. Larry is doing a Santa Claus trick, but this is when we bring in the other character that has been performing on stage.
No, that's not true.
Is that not true?
No, that's a while off. First of all, there's another character comes in, Detective Bad.
Hey. Oh, he brings a dog with him. Is that right?
I believe it's Lang calls in the dog.
What does Bad actually bring to the table in this? Because otherwise it will be Pink Princess next.
He's there as the Yatagarasu expert. That's why he's there.
But the Yatagarasu doesn't have very much to do with the crime scene here.
No,
Right,
but they
he's
were
just-
sent the
he's
cards,
just
so
there.
he's there like in advance
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
like, I'm keeping an eye out.
Oh, okay.
And then 2 people have died.
He's just there
and
chilling.
he's like, no, this isn't going great.
I blinked. But then he doesn't actually like contribute that much to this like investigation-y bit. Aside from
Well, I
just
didn't
saying
write
it's,
shit
like,
about her.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
as
think
much
it
as I
works.
wrote. I wrote about looking around this room and finding what exactly one puzzle piece and then struggling to find the other for like 15 minutes.
Okay, so now Pink Princess come in.
Yeah.
Have we ever seen this character in costume before? I think we see like posters of the Pink Princess beforehand.
Costume kind of sucks.
Costume kind of sucks.
Oh my god. What is with the giant round tits? What the?
Yeah.
They're ridiculous. They're so big.
It's very funny. It makes no sense. It looks like if you went back into the 70s and looked at how they would have designed like a sex robot.
Yeah. Well, it was designed by Salmonella, so sadly that makes a lot of sense because he's a fucking creep.
What is cool about the Pink Princess is that she uses a fencing saber, which is not the kind of implement that I would expect someone from Neo Old Tokyo to be using, but I like the variety. So what we're supposed to intuit is that Larry was climbing down the chimney to perv on whoever was in the Pink Princess costume, which he assumed was someone else until that person like called in sick or had an accident. I don't remember. And then it turns out that the person who replaced her for the performance today is none other than Wendy Oldbag.
There's some really
back.
good jokes in this where he's like, weren't you just the Pink Badger? And she's like, that was fucking ages ago. And he's like, that was yesterday.
That was literally yesterday. And then this is when everyone's favorite character shows up.
It's Uppy.
It's Alfie!
Ow! Yay!
It's Missile, my friend.
1000 yip attack. Missile does one thing in this and then leaves, and that is he rummages through the fireplace to find a perfectly preserved hot dog.
Ugh. Perfect dog.
Perfect dog for a perfect dog. This is such a weird vessel for delivering meat to your mouth.
Say more about that.
Well, I've never seen a hot dog with like branding on it. So what this is this is like some weird hybridization between a hamburger bun and a hot dog bun because it's like an oval.
Yeah, it is literally cut hamburger style and not hot dog style.
It's cut hamburger style because it's like an ovoid shape rather than like the more cylindrical, elongated hot dog shape. And stamped onto it is the Steel Samurai's face. And then what you got looks like some relish, some onion, some ketchup. And then the dog is sticking really far out both ends. I would eat it. For sure.
What color is that ketchup?
I can't see the picture very well. It's really small on my screen, so I don't actually know.
I think it's mustard.
All I can see is hot dog and then like some green on either end, which I'm assuming is relish. I don't know. I'm assuming
I
is
think the
lettuce.
green is like lettuce, yeah.
It's a hot dog and there's stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like, I would eat it at like a sporting event that I'm famous for going to on a regular
Oh,
basis.
it's scram.
Yeah. This is footy Scran. But we are miles away from the nearest football field. And actually football doesn't exist in this universe. They play a different game in the courts, but the court is like the actual court that you go to where law happens. Oh, Hera has provided us with a picture of Japanese style hot dogs, and they do look, I don't know, I still think that looks close enough to a regular American hot dog.
Yeah, that just looks like a
They
regular.
have a regular bun. It's just
They're
that
cut hot
the
dog
dressing
style.
is more akin to what we were talking
I
about.
mean,
What
you
is that?
can
I think
put
that's like
whatever the fuck
green
you want on
onion.
a hot dog.
Yeah, you can put whatever you want on a
Yeah,
hot
it
dog.
does look like. Oh,
I mean,
sesame seeds.
surely
Yeah, that's good as hell.
hot dogs in Japan must be like an American import anyway, right? Like from post-war cultural.
They would never have
It's-
thought to put meat in a tube.
Well, no, but I
Japanese
mean,
Only the sickos in America would have done something like that.
I mean, like in the same way that baseball is a Japanese thing, but it is via American exchange.
And then the greenery can be either green onions or nori.
Oh, nori on a hot dog. That's
Nori,
interesting.
That's a shout.
I do love
Nori
nori.
on everything.
And then also specifically Japanese mayonnaise. Apparently it's different. I've never tried it. Kewpie mayonnaise.
Yeah, Kewpie mayonnaise
Yeah,
is
it
nice.
costs £1 million to buy it in the supermarket.
What's the
Make it
difference?
yourself.
Sad.
Yeah,
It's
what
just
is the
eggs.
difference?
I don't know.
It's just.
What did you say? It's just eggs?
It's just eggs.
That can't be right.
There's no anything else in
Yeah.
it.
I need
It's
I need
just
to
custard.
look this up. Kewpie mayonnaise.
£5.40. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's why I don't buy
14
it.
pounds.
Take out a mortgage to buy some Kewpie mayonnaise.
Kewpie mayonnaise recipe.
Kewpie, they only use the yolks, which is why it's more expensive
Oh.
because the whites are a
That
lot.
makes
There's
sense.
more of them.
Interesting.
Oh, and they put dashi powder in it, which is fish.
That tracks.
makes sense.
I always did get
Yeah.
some kind of fish scent. Okay, thank you for coming along to the Hot Dogger Corner. We are going to have one of these every episode. I hope you're ready to tune in for the next one where we'll be discussing bratwurst. It's sausages again, apparently.
It's sausage in a bun. Oh god. There can't be that many more kinds of hot dog adjacent food, sure.
You have no idea.
Oh god, I'm so scared.
We're about to enter like a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory level of in-depth that you could go into with what you can do with a bunch of shit stuffed in a skin lining.
Oh god. We are going on as much of a tangent as this entire fucking scene is in relation to the fucking case.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a very good
Fine.
point.
What we find out from Missile Hot Dog Tangent is that the fireplace rotates so that you can fucking sneak into the next door room. Great design for my
Which is
embassy.
so weird.
There's something else we find out from this. There's something else that's in the fireplace.
What's that?
Oh.
It's a
Oh dear. It's an under thing.
yeah, it's an underpiece.
It's an undershirt,
Yeah.
which they act as if it's the most scandalous piece of clothing in the
Ooh la
world.
la.
And I suddenly realized this is a grape juice situation. They're talking
It
about
is a grape
bra,
juice
right?
situation.
Like,
Everyone knows
that's why.
that the grape juice is a translation for wine and the undershirt is a translation for a strap-on.
Yeah.
They're just making it kid-friendly.
Oh my god. Sorry, the implication being that she just took a strap on to work, like, and dumped it in a fireplace.
The implication was that she was wearing it
dry
and then
off.
she had to take it off, yeah.
It was actually part of the costume, like a cod piece is on a suit of armor.
Shout out to the Pink Princess.
Yeah, love her.
Way to elevate that costume from a 0 to a 10 immediately.
Where do you think the iron infant comes from?
Oh my god.
Who do you think gave birth to that baby? The world's first pregnant robot. Oh yeah, there is a picture of the where you see the box that the samurai dogs come in, and for a good minute there, I thought that the logo that they had in the top right corner was the AO3 logo.
Valid and reasonable,
Yeah.
and I agree. When you said it, I was like, I just internalized that that's what it was.
They were giving a shout out to their biggest supporters.
So true.
There is an amazing line where Oldbag is once again antagonizing Edgeworth by being overly flirtatious to him, making him uncomfortable. And then Oldbag says, "You really don't change, do you? When will you learn to take a joke?" The implication being that every time she has done this in the past, it has been a massive goof.
Which is, like, still not okay, but it changes things.
It changes things. See, here's the thing. Bikini did some of that stuff too, but it was so much more tongue-in-cheek that it was very obvious that she was just trying to make fun of people, which is what made Bikini great.
I think Bikini and Oldbag should hang out. I think that'd be fun.
I think it would be fun.
Old woman.
They should be the protagonists of the next game.
That's true.
Oh.
They should have a Mrs. What's the name of the character? What's the name of the old
Could
lady
you
who's
be
a detective?
More specific. Marple?
Yeah, Marple.
Yeah.
I was like, is it Meghan Markle?
Meghan Markle should be in it as well.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
Yeah. Once you've got all the pieces together, it's clear that Larry, who is a Steel Samurai, was doing some perv shit to sneak in on the Pink Princess to apparently win her over by jump scaring her down a chimney, even though it turns out that it was Oldbag. And then you talk to him and he says, okay, I will kill myself right now. I will confess. I will once again confess to all murder ever. The exact line he says, I will confess to every murder in the whole world and then kill myself.
He says something like, I'm gonna confess to every single murder and then kill myself, and it will throw everything in such a state of confusion that it'll, like, bring down the world or something. He just goes so off, like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
He just wants attention. That's literally it.
It's so bad.
Then, following this, Edgeworth says, Larry, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart. The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter.
There's, like, so much stupid shit that goes on in here. I kind of forgot that Lang meets Missile, which is also really cute. Basically, I'm about to talk about Lang for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Lang, yeah.
He's obsessed with Missile, which is really cute. He also is so obsessed with talking to, like, Larry about Edgeworth and being like, oh, tell me about Edgeworth, because he's normal. But then also he's, like, constantly threatening to, like, kill him, which is very funny. He is going to beat him up outside. That is going to happen. Oh, also, Fran calls Larry an uncouth sea slug. At some point in all of this bollocks. It's so funny.
That sounds like a line she's used before.
I can believe it.
I can believe that she uses that's a terminology she throws around a lot.
Maybe she just hates sea slugs, which I think is wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong. You get a really good animation of Oldbag, full regalia, stabbing at someone with her Pink Princess saber, which is really good.
Like, this whole scene is kind of mostly pointless and silly, but, like, there's some funny shit that goes on in there that does make it, like, yeah, it's just funny.
Lang is jumping to continually get Larry charged with murder. The point that you're trying to get across is none of the weapons that Larry has on him are going to be able to kill someone because they are all fake. You use Larry's bent spear as evidence of this, and Lang says, we used those a lot in my country a long time ago, piercing, mowing people down. And I said, this really sounds like it was just that back in his country, everything works like a Muso game.
He's being, like, really friendly with Larry to get him to keep talking. It's that one drill tweet. Hello, this is your lawyer speaking. I'm
I advise you to keep saying that shit.
Yeah. It's good.
It is good.
It's really good. We eventually realise that because there is nothing in this room that could have been used as a murder weapon, there is one thing which hasn't been investigated yet because it is... we're not allowed to touch it. It belongs to Alabas. It's a Primadux. How would you say that?
Primadux is how I've been pronouncing it in my head.
All right, that's what we're going
The
with.
Primadux
Right, we haven't brought
statue.
these up yet.
Legally, you are not allowed to touch this statue. Like, you will go to jail if you touch this statue.
Let's be specific. There are 2 statues.
There are 2 statues.
There are 2 statues.
One is fake, one is real.
One in Babal, one in Alabas. We don't know which is which.
We learn which is which, though.
They are going to be doing an event later where someone comes and inspects them both and says which one's the real one. Except, there's been a murder times 2.
It's also claimed that the person who has the real one is, like, the rightful whatever of something, of the original country, of
This,
Cotopia,
to
or
me,
something like that.
seems like a bad idea
Yes.
when setting up for unification.
Yes. It's basically their mandate of heaven.
Well, later we find out that the Babel one is fake, and Palerno knows that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Manny also knew that. But we also find out they've been switched, right? So this is the fake one in the end.
Yes. What is going on is that Master Mask was hired to steal this presumably steal the fake statue so that it is assumed that the real statue is missing, and then just have the real statue. I don't know what the motive is here, but what we do know is that Master Mask has been hired to steal this fake statue and was clonked over the head with it and died.
Bonk. There's a really good thing here where throughout a lot of this part of the investigation, Lang and a lot of other people have been really firm that you are never allowed to touch this statue, and it is against the law to do so. And then as soon as you get to the point where all other options are written off, Lang is just like, fuck it. And then he picks up the statue, and you do your Power of the Nintendo DS 3-day examination of it, and you find that there's blood underneath it. And then Lang says the line, "What's a definitive little bit of evidence like you doing under here?" Which I think is a very normal line to say. He's flirting with that thing.
He also, he laughs so much just while he's looking at the statue. He's having such a good time. He's just like, ha ha ha! This statue exists. It's like, oh, all right, dude. You okay with that? We realise that Manny's fingerprints are on the statue, which is how we know that it's the Babalese one. How did that murder weapon get over here? Oh, wait, that's what we asked earlier. Mysterious. The old switcheroo.
Very interesting.
So I guess we got to go over the road again.
This part of the case is a lot of running around.
We go over to the garden on the Babalese side, which was very suspiciously an area you hung out in at the very start of the case for like 2 seconds. And I was like, why is this place fully rendered? It's because you go here now. Although, admittedly, not for very long.
Yeah. You get a guitar pick, because that's something that Kay found. They didn't find anything else.
Yeah, a guitar pick that looks very much like a petal on the knife handle that you have that is conspicuously missing from the Alabaster Embassy.
Here's the thing. In the previous... So what we've got here is a wet guitar pick that we've just found. In the previous case involving the German ninja, we also had to deal with a wet guitar case. This guy just can't keep his shit dry.
I've literally never thought about that before in my life.
Oh, you think it's the German ninja's guitar pick?
Who else do you know who plays guitar? Who else do you know who is loved by
I
the...
He's
guess.
the only guy in the world.
I guess that's right.
Yeah, he's the only guy in the world. That's why he's so famous. No one else has figured out how to do that yet.
We also rearrange our evidence in here, which includes Edroth screwing up the Steel Samurai's autograph and throwing it away. He's so mad.
He's so mad.
So angry.
Gumshoe has a lantern to give us.
Ooh, this is cute.
Yeah, it was a gift given to him by Palerno that burns green, because this is where you find out that if you burn the ink produced in Babal, it creates green flames. So it's a very pretty lantern.
Oh.
Whoa.
Because of one of its like components.
It's got Whitcrystal oil.
It sounds so made up, doesn't it?
Bro, I hate to break this to you,
Whitcrystal.
but that's because it's made up.
What?
They put Whitcrystal in Bink.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Man. If we haven't hit a good episode title yet, it's gonna have to be that one. Whitcrystal and Bink.
At this point, I make a note, which is, if these statues are so important, why are they on an embassy on foreign soil?
Because America is more important.
I guess. Anyway, now we go to the other garden.
The Rose Garden.
Oh, cute.
It's Rose Garden. It belongs to him.
It's my garden. There's a pond with a bunch of rose petals in. Those are my petals. And the first thing I noticed is that the water in it is really, really shallow. But apparently it's got like some kind of system in it where it automatically refills with water when it gets too shallow. Because a lot of the water in the pond was being used to put out the fires. And then once it refills, there's a bubbling under the surface. And then Larry comes up because apparently he was just like swimming around in it for fun.
Because he's looking for the Iron Infant.
Yeah, he's lost it. Oh yeah, this is where he tells you that he lost his son.
That's weird, right?
That's kind of strange. Where's my baby?
Steel Samurai Daddy loses his son. So bad.
National tragedy.
After all the trouble he went through to birth him.
So what was going to happen here is that the Alabastan ambassador was going to hold a ceremony where he gave some kind of thing to the Steel Samurai performers. But what happened instead was that the Yatagarasi was spotted and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, so there's a visual you get of the Yatagarasi's silhouette being projected as like a big shadow onto the back wall behind the podium, and it made everyone yell and jump and scream. And Edgeworth's immediately like, there must have been something else that made that silhouette.
Which is a thought that anyone else in that talk could have had and didn't.
Yeah. Also, like, none of this is how anything works.
Nope.
None of this is how anything works. The only thing that you can interact with that would reasonably cause enough spikes and bumps to make something that looks like a feathered person in a cloak's shadow kneeling down.
Kind of stooped over.
Yeah.
In the weirdest pose you've ever seen in your life.
Very convenient. Is the two statues, which are of, like, I can't remember, like, the king and the queen. It's a Primadux statue and some lady that I don't remember. This is the misogyny episode.
It's his bird.
It's his bird. Mm-hmm. Birds are kind of like girls. Anyway, you literally get to the point where you align the shadows on this, and then after you've aligned them, it literally like photomorphs into the correct shape because the shadows don't match up at all. It doesn't make sense. Like the thing that a lot of the quills on the Yatagarasi's cloak are actually like the hands of one of the statues, which doesn't make any sense because hands aren't pointed like talons to look like how feathers look. And this isn't like me usually getting frustrated with a puzzle being obtuse, because this is like really obvious, and it's obvious that it's the thing you're supposed to be looking at because it's the only thing that makes sense. It's just really stupid.
It's really stupid. I don't know why you do it like that.
Or like how someone could set this up without it looking extremely obviously like that was a thing that was going to happen.
Well,
Also,
it's
I
because
don't know, I just
people are
find
on
it really
edge. They received a
implausible where
calling
it's like,
card.
you see some kind of spooky shadow and everyone just starts screaming. Like, I don't know, man.
It's like the thing of the people who watched the movie of the train pulling into the cinema.
There's so much like unbelievable stupid shit that goes on, and we give a lot of it a pass because it's just like whatever for the plot. But I don't know, sometimes it just goes one step too far, and I'm like, this is truly ridiculous. Like I don't get any of this.
And that doesn't sound very every case of smoking $6 of you.
Look, gang. Every case is smoking six style. And I'm saying what other people might want to comment on the case, but despite all of that, it remains perfect. And it's perfect, and I'm going to shut my goddamn mouth.
I actually, weirdly, like, genuinely don't have a problem with this. Like, yeah, it looks a bit silly, but like Rose says, it's really obvious what the puzzle is.
It's just
And then
dumb.
Like, yeah, but it, like, I don't know, it just doesn't matter that much to me, I guess. And I think what Hera was saying is a good justification, is that, like, everyone was on edge because they were like, the fucking Yana Garatsu's gonna show up.
Yeah. It is fair. I think sometimes when I'm like, if I was the artist doing that, I would have maybe approached even just the artwork a little bit
I would not
differently.
be surprised if there was some kind of disconnect here between the artist, the writer, and the puzzle designers, because those things don't always line up exactly right.
Yeah.
I have written for a puzzle
And that
game,
is fair.
and it was really hard. So, I'm not saying that means that it's not critiquable, but, like, I bet
It also
that's where
seems
that comes
clear
from.
that at other points in other games, there is the person who does the environmental art, and then the person who does the, like, interactables and things like that as, like, a separate thing. And sometimes it is the same person, but there is still, like, a disconnect between those two things sometimes. And it's clear that this was one of those instances where that disconnect was pretty prominent. It is, like Jay said, a very minor thing, but I love to be a bitch.
So...
Lotta Hart has taken a photo.
we get a photo.
We get a we get a
this is
photo
where we get the
from
ghost.
a mystery photographer.
Yeah, we don't know who it is, and they will never be. You will never hear from them again, and they will not testify in court.
Bona fide serious journalist.
Yes.
It's some kind of cloaked figure jumping over the wall between the embassies. This wall is very
It's
tall.
barely even a figure, is the thing. It's just sort of a shape. It just looks like it could be fabric, and that's it, not a person.
It does look like that, yeah.
I'm inclined to believe that this was, again, something that was done to distract people from something else that was going on. So I think it was literally just a bundle of rags rather than an actual person.
We find another piece of evidence later on, which makes me think it's... I don't think it's a person. I think you're right. But I think there's more to it than just being something flying over the wall.
Yeah, it could be like something wrapped up in the rags.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's a whole person, because if that's a whole person, that's a ghost. It's too much of a weird shape.
Or maybe they're just moving very fast. Anyway, we go back to the Babylese side.
Yeah.
Go back to
And I
the
think this is
cemetery.
where I was like, we just see characters being left in rooms, but there's so many, and again, it's a perfect case, there's nothing wrong with it. But it does feel like they felt like, oh god, we need every character here, but we just don't know what to do with them, we'll just put them in a room.
Are you sure this one isn't just smoking style or whatever?
It's so... No, it's Smoking Sick style, I'm
What?
afraid.
Smoking stink style.
I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. It's perfect.
We'll get to it. So what we do in this room is we sent Gumshoe away to get the schematics for this room, the blueprints,
Wow, just
And
like the video
we-
game.
just like the video game. And then we feed those blueprints into Kay's phone, and we go into the
It's the
virtual
melody.
world.
So,
Yay!
You got holograms on your phone? I like that she has a little activation phrase for it. It's really good. I know she's used it before, but I just really like every time it happens. It's great. I don't remember what it is, but it's charming. A lot of what happens for the rest of this part of the case that we did is very much just looking at things and drawing conclusions. There is not much plot that happens here. But the results of which make it seem very much like the Intermole, the mole of Interpol, could very well be Sheena.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I want to point out, like, there was a point here where I sat down and I spent like 5 minutes just looking at the portraits of Sheena and Callisto Yu.
To see if they were the same person?
Maybe. Isn't it very weird that Callisto Yu hasn't shown up like at all yet? I'm just saying.
There is something about Sheena's design that even from the get-go I was like, man, that very well could be a wig. But I'm not... I think it's possible. I think it is possible. I can't commit to that one though, Hera.
That's where I personally think this is leading to.
I think
but
I'm just
who
too
knows?
far separated from what I was thinking when I played this case that I don't remember what kind of conclusions I was drawing.
Well, I wrote all of mine down. There's a lot of them. We'll get that. We find out that they're making counterfeit money
Yes.
out of the the ink and presumably the paper, we don't mention this at all. Maybe it comes up in the next half of the case, but like they are using the alabaster paper presumably to make this money.
The thing we didn't mention is one of the reasons the ink is so valuable is because, well, like one of many reasons that they give is because it is the ink that they use for their money.
And we learned so much of this because we go up to Poleno and he's like, ask me anything. I will give you so much information. The most useful witness of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is something I find suspicious. Like, if you were interacting with someone in real life who was like, yeah, I love helping the cops and Interpol, I would be like, oh, okay. I don't think I want to hang out with you.
What if we were investigating a crime?
What if we were cops and Interpol?
What if we were cops in Interpol?
Unfortunately, what if we were cops in Interpol?
But we're not. We're prosecutors.
No, we're Fran's assistant. We're cops in Interpol.
Ah, shit. I don't want to think about this world.
Well, you must.
We find out that Poleno and Manny were like disposing of things in the fireplace through a pot of ink and it like burned in there. But you look in the fireplace and it's fine. So you...
What do we know about
connect that
fireplaces
with
recently?
The fact
They
that
love
there's
to rotate.
a rotating one. This is so
Just like
weird,
we
right?
were on it.
Because
It's so
we're on like the 3rd floor out of 6 here. Like on the other floor it was fine because you were on the top floor. So this weird like connected chimney situation is strange because you've got this whole thing going from like top to bottom, right? And it's all connected to one chimney on each side. That sounds complicated as fuck.
liberties They take with some fucking architecture here.
It's very much like, you know those funny jokes about, oh, Santa's going down the chimney, but the chimney is still on, and there's a fire in it. You got to be careful, Santa. You're going to get burned going down the chimney while the chimney's still on. Someone very much could have a fire lit on the other side of this secret passage. But the thing is, it is entirely possible that if it's set up perfectly, that fire could just also rotate around into the other fireplace.
Well, I think, yeah, you're right. But also, like, what I'm saying is, like, if you have a fire lit on the 3rd floor, do smoke come out up on, like, floor 4 and 5?
God.
Because it's all supposed to be interconnected, right? There's only one chimney.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, we know that the fireplace was used. They they turned the wall around. Someone went through it. Also, we find out that Sheena's been hanging out in the next room over a lot.
In the process of
Interesting.
finding this out, we force Gumshoe to go through the dirty ass fireplace, and he comes out covered in crap. And Edgeworth says, "You know what? I'm feeling generous. Do you want me to get your coat dry cleaned?" And Gumshoe, the wettest dog of all time, is just like, "No, it's fine." That man has been destroyed.
It's fine. I'm used to being covered in shit and not getting paid. And eating ice soup for dinner.
God. He needs help. He needs professional help.
He can quit his job,
I really
but
feel
then
for this
yeah.
man.
Oh, remember when he quit his job? When he unwillingly quit his job? That was so good. I liked that guy for like 15 minutes.
We
I
could
liked it when he
fix
crashed his car
him.
into a tree.
Yeah.
We also find some wire in the clock because we realise that's been moved. We
Yes.
also find out that Manny is the one who sent Damask to steal the statue from Alabaster.
Yeah, because of the
Yes,
post-it
we
notes.
find that out because, yeah, Master Mask has a post-it note. It's just a very weird shape. I think it's just the
Weird
shape
shape.
of the country of...
No, it's one of the American.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like.
Oh, it's a souvenir.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
souvenir.
Because I think didn't you mention earlier, Jay, that in like the Japanese version it's supposed to be Mount Fuji?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in this version it's supposed to be like that big flat mesa that's in like Utah.
It
or
does
something.
look more like that. I mean, I guess it's just because it's brown.
I guess, yeah.
brown.
I'm assuming they didn't change that because you see it in like a bunch of different shots.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dunno.
They put more work into this than the other ones,
They
so
did.
who
They put
knows?
so much work into this one that they couldn't localize the second one.
God, I can't wait.
Oh my god.
So that's it. That's pretty much where we're at.
Yeah. As we finish, which is a point that I chose kind of arbitrarily, although I have some reasons for it that we will talk about next time. As we get to that ending point, which I didn't know until I did play it, was at the end, like, at that point, Edgeworth does a little speech that's like, we do not know shit or fuck about what's going on right now. And I was like, okay, that's nice.
There is also, there's a conversation where, like, I can't remember if it's Edgeworth or Gumshoe says to Kay, like, it's really important that you find your own wonderful partner.
Oh, yeah.
And then Edgeworth says, yes, I can say that it is truly wonderful to find a partner that you can trust. And Gumshoe is standing right there, and he is not talking about
There's
him.
no way.
Yeah.
Of course we're saying this in a gay way, but in the last episode, he was like, and that's how Gumshoe became my partner. He's never done anything for me except make me suffer. So, like, it's not fucking him.
Yeah.
It's just not.
No, it's just not. And no definition of that word is Edgeworth ever talking about Gumshoe. All right, prediction corner.
Ro, do you have any predictions?
I actually don't.
You did mention the size of the Steel Samurai cart, which is something I did not notice.
Okay. This is something I did predict. Whether knowingly or unknowingly, the person. Well, we know that was Larry in the Steel Samurai costume because of the autograph. Larry definitely smuggled something from one side of the embassy to the other. I think that was the initial swapping of the statues.
Yes, here's what I think about that. I think that the statue and the Iron Infant are one and the same.
Yeah, that's actually what the original statue looks like.
Well, it was disguised as a little guy.
Here's the thing. It was either disguised as the Iron Infant itself, but the thing that struck me about the carriage that the Iron Infant is in is that it is, like, big enough to hide a whole person inside. Now, I don't necessarily mean
image of this?
that they did. Yeah, it's in my notes. One sec. It's a big fucking carriage.
Wow. I mean, the statue is really big, so maybe this is just the very top of the statue.
Possibly. But,
The
like...
Iron Infant has really long legs.
Yeah.
No, stop. He's a centipede under there.
No!
It's because he's got to grow into those pants.
The thing is...
So true.
The thing is, this seems big enough to me that it could have hidden multiple things in it. So I'm thinking the statue, I'm thinking the knives, potentially, because there's the thing with the knife handles where it was... Like, what was the thing with the knife handles? I don't remember exactly, because...
The knife was moved from the Alabastan embassy to the Babal embassy.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that everything from one embassy that was moved to another was moved in this instance, with the Steel Samurai cutting around.
Right, but he's going the wrong way for the knives.
Oh, for the knives, okay.
But the thing is what I thought is that you only get searched going into the Alabastan embassy.
Do you get searched going out of the Alabastan embassy?
Probably not, right?
Probably not. Very good point.
You can take whatever the fuck you want into America.
Yeah. So I didn't notice the size of the car. I do think they're moving a statue. But then, like, how did they get the other statue back is the question. I don't know. The photo that Lotta took, I think the wire in the clock is being used here to transport something between the two embassies.
Yeah, I like that. I like that theory.
By the way, hi everyone. I just realized that we never really spoke about the second fire, or what is the first fire. We alluded to it at the beginning. There was a second fire that took place during the Jamin Ninja show on the top floor, and they just dealt with it. And then the ambassador's office got destroyed, and that's why they're in the other office, Manny's office.
Yeah, Paleno tells us all of this in this last little bit.
These fires
Oh,
are
yeah, there was two
somewhat
fires.
unrelated. However, Gumshoe spotted a mysterious figure fleeing the scene of the first fire. Like, when I say that unrelated, I mean the second fire can't have really started from the first fire, because fire go up.
Yeah. Also, there's something about there being green flames in the office
Yes.
blocking Paleno from going in, but they must have gone out by the time Kay got there.
I think, like, there is a very strong implication that they were burning counterfeited money.
Yeah.
Because we see, like, piles of money in the virtual world. I don't know why that was on the schematic. So I think that's how they got that back, like the knife back to the other end. I truly don't know. We are missing so much stuff. But, like, what is confusing to me is, like, the Babylonese side of things is somewhat straightforward, because you just kill Manny to, like, cover up his involvement in the smuggling ring, right? If you're a part of the smuggling ring and you see Manny, the heat's on, we gotta kill this guy to cover our tracks. So what the fuck is going on the Alabastan side?
I think the old man is behind a lot of it.
I guess we have not spoken to him yet, and
Yeah.
that is suspicious.
That's what I'm thinking, is that we speak to him like once. He's very cagey. He's got a lot of national pride, which I'm never a fan of. Like, everything about him seems internally motivated, and I think that's why.
And it's weird though, because Manny is like made out to be the mastermind of the smuggling ring, and that just doesn't track.
No, I never
At all with
felt
what we
like
know about it.
he was the mastermind. Like, even though he was a part of the previous case, I was always like, oh yeah, it is just obvious that this guy is involved in the smuggling ring. I'd say the mastermind behind the smuggling ring is Mr. Amano.
Right, who also hasn't shown up in this case.
No, but I feel like he definitely will.
I guess he's in custody, right?
Why would he be in custody?
Because he gets arrested at the end of case 3.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then Jacques is like, oh, don't worry, buddy. I'll be the one to deal with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
but
maybe he's not.
that makes me think he's not in custody because Jack S. Portsman is going to let him off because he's also involved in the smuggling ring.
But then he's also been arrested. So
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. But I don't imagine that
So who
recursively.
the fuck knows what's going on?
I don't imagine that it works backwards from there, and everyone that Jack has ever arrested gets unarrested.
And likewise, anyone who he unarrested gets arrested immediately.
Yes,
But with this legal system, who fucking knows?
very
honestly?
true. Yeah.
Maybe.
But where I'm at is that we've got the Bink guy, but we don't have the Aper guy.
Paper.
A paper.
Yeah, it would be a paper.
That's really good. A paper.
A paper.
A paper and Bink. Oh, my favourite kids' characters.
A paper and big.
And so my theory for what happened with Master Mask is that he was just there when the murderer was returning the knife or the handle, because the handle got returned to the Alabastan side, right? And it was just a coincidence that he was there. But who knows? We have such little information to go on the Alabastan side.
There is
Like,
a
maybe
lot
it was just
left
like
to dig
we
into.
discovered the plan. Manny was trying to get out with the real statue and sell it for big money, and someone didn't like that, so just like killed everyone.
I think unless we go up to where the Jam and Ninja stuff was happening, which I imagine we will, I think a lot of what's going to be happening in the next part of this case is going to be on the Alabastan side.
Yeah. So that's it. I don't really have a lot to go on. My big thing is that I think Sheena and Callisto Yu are the same person.
I think the Atagarasu did it.
Interesting. But I don't know, like, maybe, because what I'm trying to do is pin the whole thing on one person. And maybe they're completely separate. Maybe
Yeah,
we got
because-
two different colors.
Yeah, because it could be Callisto Yu acting as the Atagarasu who's culpable for the murders and the fire, but it could also be, like, depending on what the angle we're going for this with, it could be Mr. Armano who's guilty as being the head of the smuggling ring. It really depends on...
We could have had your old guy maybe killed Master Mask.
Also
and
very
it could have
true,
been
yeah.
Sheena who killed Manny.
Yeah, it could have been a double kill scenario. There's a lot of pieces in play right now, and a lot of people seeming pretty guilty about things.
Yeah. So it's a classic situation. We don't have a lot to go on.
We don't know what the fuck going on.
However,
Exactly.
of course, as always, I'm 100% confident that we're going to come back next episode, and I'm going to have been 100% right on everything.
Every single time, without fail. Like when Hera said that the person in the last case of the trilogy launched themselves over the bridge in a catapult.
I was half right.
No, you fucking weren't.
In that it was a person.
yeah,
And
you
they
were right.
were-
It was a person.
A catapult and a swing are...
Two completely different things, Sarah.
A catapult is like an upside down swing, if you think about it.
A catapult is like an anti-gravity swing.
Yeah. I close out the prediction section of my notes with a theoretical timeline. So, here we go. It begins. The fire is started on the top floors of Embassy B,
Babel.
Babylese. I keep on saying, like, I keep on to combine them and call
Just
it,
call
like,
them
Bast
Bink
and-
and a
for some
paper.
reason. Anyway, no, I'm gonna get this right. I'm committed to the Cadopian people,
Oh.
the Babylese
You,
embassy.
you think that they are already reunited?
Yeah, I mean this took place a number of years ago, so
All of the geographical
What is
maps
it, like
used in this
2019 or
investigation
whatever?
are outdated.
Yeah. The fire is started on floors 4 and 5 of the Babylese embassies. This is used as a distraction to kill Manny, using the knife from the other embassy. Maybe the second fire is started here, unsure. The killer moves between the buildings. Lots takes the photo of this. This is where it's so weak. I don't know what's going on with the photo. Upon returning to the 5th floor to return the washed knife handle, the killer runs into Master Mars 2 and kills him. Why use the fireplace door to escape is something I have no idea about. Like, maybe the killer was just about to get caught? Who knows? Then the killer ensures that people see the Atagarasu in the Rose Garden, returns to the other embassy to lure Kay to the scene of the crime. This is assuming that Shinar is the killer. And then Shinar goes through the fireplace, comes out, goes in through the door, arrests Kay. That's it. That's the current timeline I have. Any questions?
No.
No.
Because I have so many.
Like what?
Oh, also, I want to state it, the so-called guitar pick on the ground is the petal from the alabaster knife handle.
Ah. I don't remember what the
Which is
guitar pick
missing.
actually looked like, so that very well could be the
It
case.
looks a lot like a flower petal.
Right.
And there is one very conspicuously missing from the handle.
Ah. Yeah, that's probably it then.
I guess it fell off when it got washed. They make a big deal about the mystery of the empty fountain. Like that wasn't the water that was used to put out the fire. I don't know what's going on with that.
It all will become clear in due time, Hera.
No, I don't want it to become clear in due time. I want it to become clear now.
Well, we can finish this recording and you can go play the rest of the case.
Yeah. And you better, because we're recording in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, I gotta finish playing my other video games.
Sorry, I'm going away again.
You gotta cut that shit out, Jay.
You're
I
okay.
am coming.
You're not good. I disagree with Devin, you're not good.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, that's it. Do we want to... We're not rating it.
You can give a tentative if you just want to do a temperature check.
I want to complain. I
Fuck this.
I really liked the Babylese side of this case, and I really didn't like the Alabastan side of this case.
Ah, okay. Taking the political stance.
The combination of Larry and Oddbag both
Yeah.
sexually harassing their respective targets was so much. I hated that scene.
Yeah.
I think Larry showing up and being I don't know if the worst he's ever been, like tied for the worst he's ever been, I guess, felt really almost out of place because we've been saying this whole game has been like a lot more chill.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe if this was just happening in isolation, it might not have been flagged as so bad to me, but the fact that we didn't have the reference corner on the other side, that side felt so good to me, and then we had to come over and do our funny jokes that
haha
we've been
reference.
doing for 4 games in a row.
This segues me quite nicely to the theory that I thought of before I started playing this case. But actually it was when I was editing and transcribing this podcast, which is like, we have had kind of a running theme that Devin loves this game. This game is Smoking Six Style. And I love that for them. And it's very joyful to podcast with them about it. Whereas I have been like, I don't think I like this one, maybe. I don't know. Say it quiet. And I think that it is the level to which this game feels like fan content. And I'm so sure that I liked that when I first played it. But it is so heavily based on references and having characters be very two-dimensional referential versions of themselves. And then putting them in situations where the point of those situations is to make those characters act in ways that are like it's funny that they would act that way, but then not like digging into it. Like with the whole thing about like everything in the last case should have had so much resonance with Edgeworth because of Kay's father being killed and also Franziska, and I think we got more of it with Franziska, but Edgeworth just didn't react to any of that. And it's more that like you're supposed to be like, oh, I recognize
Right.
the parallel here, but like it doesn't do anything for Edgeworth's character, and then it's just not compelling writing because I'm like, I want
Yeah.
to see Edgeworth reacting this way, but instead Edgeworth is just so like dedicated to like logic and then also written in such a more flattened out way. And Devin said this in the last episode. It's just a much kinder portrayal of Edgeworth. And, like, I know why. It's because people come to this game and they're like, I love Edgeworth. I want Edgeworth content. But I want him to be a piece of shit. And so it addresses all of these things from the trilogy. Like, it takes these pastiches of them and it just doesn't give any of them, like, thematic and characterological weight in the way that I want them to. There is a interview with the writer of this game, whose name is not coming to mind off the top of my head, and Shu Takumi, where they both answer the same question about Edgeworth. And the question is, what kind of music would Miles Edgeworth listen to? And the guy who wrote this game, I'm going to look it up because I feel... Although I am kind of trash talking him. So the guy who wrote this game is called, or the lead writer and director is called Takeshi Yamazaki. And he says Miles Edgeworth would listen to classical music. This is a very straightforward, unsurprising answer. Shu Takumi says Miles Edgeworth would listen to trot, which is a kind of K-pop, which is... I'm going to read from the Wikipedia page because I'm not an expert. It is known for its use of repetitive rhythm and vocal inflections. It is a shortened version of foxtrot, so it's like a very, like, I don't know, it's like just a very specific answer, right? It is often very sentimental, which is interesting in thinking about Edgeworth. I am reading that, like, a lot of it had to do with Japanese occupation of Korea, so there may be, like, a cultural implication to be thinking about here in Shu Takumi saying it, but I think Shu Takumi having that kind of specificity, that's not how you say that word, and not being afraid to be like, here's something very that you wouldn't think of right away, whereas this game being more like, we have to stick to these like classical archetypes of the characters. It feels very fanficky, and this is a spin-off designed as fan service, and we've talked about that a lot of times. And I think that can be really fun, and obviously Devin's having a lot of fun with it. I know I've had a lot of fun with it in the past. I think that it gets flat in a way that the trilogy doesn't get flat when you replay it.
Interesting.
And I will have more to say about this when we talk about Ace Attorney 2, Investigations 2, because I will. Because I will.
I'm so curious to see what their game's like, because I have, by and large, like, I've really enjoyed this game.
This case
Like,
is definitely
I
a
can
weak point.
absolutely see what you are getting at, Jay. However,
Yeah.
I also don't think the writing of the main trilogy is very good. Sorry, everyone.
I am in full agreement with Hera, but it's so obvious that, like, between that trilogy and this game, every single character has just become a Flanderization of themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I think if we had not played the original trilogy, and for whatever reason this was our first game, we would have a much different opinion as to how all of this works. I don't know if it would be better or worse. It's really hard for me to gauge that, because so much of this writing style is reliant on you knowing everything about the first three games. Like hell, earlier today we went on like a 10-minute tangent about the fact that there's a wooden bear carving that's only in one CG in a background in case two
Yeah, but
one?
okay, to be
2-2?
clear, I don't think it's that important. I think it's that they were gonna change it and someone was like, well, we've already had this, so why bother?
More just
Not
mean,
that
like,
it's a perfect reference.
like the fact that this is how this game views the original trilogy, as almost like this touchstone where everything else needs to originate from, makes the development of things within this game feel lessened by that fact. Like, nothing new comes to the characters in lieu of this game existing, because it isn't making something new, it's taking something else and putting a spin on it. And it's a very entertaining spin, and the gameplay is all fresh, but the writing is fundamentally firmly based in what is established by that original trilogy, and it has put itself in a very, very safe box by doing that.
Yeah, I guess. My argument is that, yes, that's true, but I felt like games 2 and 3 even were starting to fall into that trap.
I think there were definitely times where that was the case, yeah.
I disagree with that. Like, I do want to say, because Hera was saying, like, she didn't like the writing of the first trilogy, I think, like, that's very fair. I think the first trilogy has really high highs and really high lows, and this game is like straight down the middle pretty much, except for like Larry in this case.
Right.
And I really disagree that games 2 and 3 got to this point. Like, they had a lot of references, but
maybe not to this point, but
game
like
feels to me
what I'm getting at is that
patchwork together by references.
maybe a trend.
It's like Ro talking about the bear is like every scene, every conversation, every character moment has to be a callback, but also they won't commit to that. They won't be like, well, if you haven't played the other games, this won't make sense because, you know, we want to do like more character work. We want to have Edgeworth develop. We want to have, you know, for example, again, going back to the example of Burn Faraday, like we want Edgeworth to have a discussion about how this relates to his experiences.
Yeah.
So they take all of these pieces and they put them together, but then they won't like, yes, you can recognize them, but they don't do anything.
I firmly believe that Edgeworth is going to be the exact same character at the start of this game than he is at the end of the game. In this game, I do not see Edgeworth getting a character arc of any kind.
Yeah.
But in the original trilogy, he wasn't even in the main cast, technically. And he got one of the most prominent narrative arcs of any character in that game outside of, like, members of the Fae family. And I think the fact is, his entire characterization is just now condensed into this is his arc, and that arc is his character. There are not other arcs for Edgeworth. This is him. And I think that basically has just meant that in the creation of this game, they've massively limited their options for what they can do with Edgeworth as a character. Because, like, yeah, it's possible that because of the events of the original trilogy, he is just a nicer, chiller guy now. But, like, it doesn't add anything to his character or personality. He never really confronts the fact that for years he was genuinely a reprehensible human being. Like people make nods and jokes to it. It's not necessarily that they retcon it. It's more that they like treat it like an inside joke. Like they make a wink and a nudge to, you know, fabricating an autopsy report here and there. But like in the moment, that was like a really fucked up thing that he did. And he was doing that shit a lot. And people will just, like, make a little comment here about, like, hey, your mentor was kind of an asshole. And he's just like, I don't like when people say bad things about my mentor, but he was kind of an asshole. And that's it. Like, he doesn't recursively have any introspective moments in this game. Like, at all. And it is entertaining to be Edgeworth. But it just feels like there's a lot left on the table for him as a character. Especially when you're basically giving him a whole new rogues gallery to interact with. But it's more just like they're along for the ride of getting to hang out with Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah.
I do enjoy this game. I think this game is a much more entertaining experience than the original Ace Attorney trilogy. Because it is just a more fun game to play. But there's no character work here.
Yeah. I think
Kay is going to get some, I'm sure, though.
I, as I have said many a time, I really, really love this game. This playthrough is the time where I'm most aware of how much worse the writing is in many ways. And again, like, Edgeworth's character has just been completely, like... Yeah. They do kind of backtrack, and they did in Case 1-5, on whether he was forging or not. Like... It really does feel like they've backtracked on that and gone, no, he didn't. They were just rumors. And there's just a lot of, like, apologizing. Yeah, like, retconning so much of his personality. Like, you know, he called Mia Fey a bimbo or whatever. Like, he is a massive dickhead. I think, like, what this game is great for is, like, I want to engage in fan content because fan content is naturally, like, comforting. It's not as challenging necessarily, or at least the stuff, if I'm going to consume that shit, I'm like, I don't want, like, moral complexity. I just want to receive the, like, again, the simplified archetype of characters. I think, like, you do get new characters in this who are, like, yeah, I think they get away with better stuff because they are new and they haven't been flanderized yet. Like, I think Kay is a really fun character. I think Lang is a very interesting character. But yeah, I mean, like with all of it, like the writing could be better. I wish they weren't scared of writing actual things that happen aside from just
that's the thing, right? Like, I agree with what you're saying, and I do think this, like I've said, I do think this works as a kind of fan content thing. I'm hesitant to call it that because there are like specific cultural things around fan content that can't exist if you're published by the people who made the game. But I'm using it as like more of a vibes thing. Yeah. But the thing is, when you say like, oh, when I take in fan content, I just want it to be really like, I don't want to misquote you. I don't remember exactly what you said.
I think I said like easy and comfortable and
right, and I totally understand.
Which again
that.
is my relationship.
Right,
to fan
and it's very,
content.
very common.
Like, not all fan content is like
no, but
that.
it is very common, and even in non-fan content, like people want that as like a chill out situation, right? And I completely get that. I think that when you are trying to tell a story about two countries who have been in a civil war and are now trying to reunify, you gotta do something else. Yeah. You gotta do something else.
This is not slice of life funny puzzle story.
It's like serialized children's show episode writing. And like that's perfectly acceptable. Like it's an entertaining format and the kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
And like I am still consistently having a good time with this game. I just know it's not going to like go anywhere. Like when this is over and done with, I can firmly say that this game is not going to reside in the cultural cachet for all of the other important pieces of media that have affected my life. Whereas at the end of the trilogy, I firmly stated that I was like, oh yeah, I can see how much stuff that this has influenced and how much stuff it's inspired, and that it has become like a cornerstone of information for me when it comes to experiencing other kinds of media. This is just never going to be able to hit that if it is not willing to experiment within that medium. So yeah, it is at its core basically cozy fan content, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just not, it's never going to hit, like, because it's not taking risks, it's never going to get to that kind of level.
Well, this last half of the case could turn it all around.
Sure good.
All right.
Anyone
have anything else to say?
The only thing I have to say at the end of this recording is drive safe.